Hope you're doing good over there. Finally got everything going. I will bring the chat up here in just a moment. As you can tell, yes, we got a guest with us. He is a little tired because we're having a little bit of a lazy day Sunday going on here, and hopefully I could bring up the chat though. But as you can tell by the title, he is a freshman music major. He is one of those teenagers who's going to think about changing his majors, but it is what it is. If he does, he does. It's up to him. But hey, we're here. We're going to listen to the soundtrack. We got 7 songs. He might stay through the whole thing. He might not. I have no idea. But right now we got a couple of you already in here, and we're gonna sit here and go through a little bit of stuff. Hopefully, it doesn't make him a little self-conscious seeing himself right here on the screen as well.
No, I think that'll be fine.
Okay, and as he can tell, I am running my mouth to waste a little bit of time for a few more folks to get in here. We're already jumped up to 6, and I feel a little weird being up so close to y'all as opposed to him not being up here neither. But I'm trying to also have the screen ready to go for you.
Just like a ghost in the background.
Hey, we did do that one video with Clark where he just sat there blankly the whole time.
Yeah.
And I just said, hey. Oh, and if you didn't know, yes, this is our son slash stepson, whatever you want to say. It doesn't really matter. In my eyes, he's my son as well. But, hey, we got Don't Care, Just Burn. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you're early. Yes, you are. And I can never pronounce your name, so I'm going to go ahead and say Cameron. Yeah, Cameron. That ain't that hard to pronounce. Salutations back to you. Hey yo to me. To, I'm always terrible with names. Y'all already know this, but 88 Swiss. There we go. We're gonna say that. Hey to Clubhouse. Hey to there's a lot of hates going on. I'm liking y'all. But yes, hey to everyone because there's one name there I can probably not pronounce. Saga Kaya. I don't know, but yeah. Like I said, I'm trying to just waste a little bit of time, waste about 10 minutes before we jump into the first song. He knows far more than I do about music because he's obviously got a passion for it. He's a first year music major. I'm not going to say which college, of course, because, some private information. You don't want your business all out there. He ain't used to being in front of a camera, so.
This is true.
But, yeah. So he will end up getting a little analytical on us, possibly, and talking about progressions and other terms that I have no idea what it means. So,
Probably.
yeah. Someone who, well, since the chat's right there still, who does this, as you can look at the screen and see, it says by Jeff Williams on a majority of this stuff. Now, Jeff Williams, from what I was told in the last chapter that I watched, and yeah, okay, I was just trying to pay attention to the chat as well. That was Don't Care, Just Burn says cool, of course. Jeff Williams, though, from my knowledge, the last chapter, someone told me that he is a professor of music at Berkeley University, if I'm correct.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, and his daughter, I think it's Casey. Yes, Casey Lee Williams. She sings alongside him, but he's a professor over at Berkeley of music. So I think this is kind of showing you can do a lot more with a music major than just teaching. You can, I don't know how much they pay him, but they definitely, pay him a pretty sum just to do all this music because he pretty much does all the music. By all means, if y'all have any questions for him, we got, I told him, don't worry. I'm not one of those YouTubers that has thousands of people jump in. It's just an intimate group of us. We get like 7 to 10, sometimes 20 to 30 people here with us. If you got a question for him, by all means, ask him. If not, then hey, I mean, we'll jump right into this in about 6 to 7 minutes and find out what's going on. And that's done changed on us, so now I got to get back to it.
Oh no.
It's
a tragedy.
I can go through all my playlist. It's not that bad of a thing, but Maria, hey, how you doing? Salutations back to you.
I wish I could just go up to someone on the street and be like, salutations.
Yeah. And I'm glad to actually have him with me because, and by the way, just a quick note, I got the door open right now, and yes, he's got the squeaky chair right now in case you hear any squeaks or anything. Yes. You do. I can't see. Wait. Oh, what song is first? Just 1 second. I'll get to that. But I got the door open. That way I can hear when my wife comes in. And if she does come in, she might come back here and say something, and I hope she does because she will not know that we're doing a live stream together and then embarrass herself. So that's always fun to do. But the first song here is going to be The Triumph featuring Casey Lee Williams and, of course, by Jeff Williams. It says with somebody, though, so I don't know who that's with yet. But to my knowledge, I got two people who like to put together these playlists for me. So what I do is combine both playlists together and just kind of mix and match them. So I got, some from one person and some from another. So yeah, there's 7 songs total though on this playlist. What song is first? Answered that because he couldn't see. Should be The Triumph. Yes, you are right. And yes, you are right as well, Alex. It is Triumph. It's called Casey. Oh, it's just Casey on The Triumph. Okay. Do y'all want me to go? Well, unless he wants to say anything, or because I run my mouth a lot. He's kind of seeing a different side of me because of how I'm able to talk with nobody to bounce off of. But I'm glad he's here because I can bounce off him and ask him questions like, "What's this about?" or stuff like that. By the way, yeah, dude, yeah, I know you're Amar. I just can't ever pronounce your first name, so I just say Alex. Y'all know I'm terrible with names, but yeah. By any chance he has anything to say, I definitely encourage him to feel free.
I didn't know Alex or Jeff Williams. You said Alex, so I was like,
yeah.
I was like in that train of thought. It was but I didn't know that Jeff Williams was a Berkeley music professor.
Oh yeah.
So I think it'll be very interesting to listen to like this kind of genre.
Yeah. Well, I haven't told them, but we've got quite a bit of variety of music here. They don't know that you've heard just tidbits of some of the songs from previous volumes to kind of get you kind of a little vaguely familiar. But what they don't know is you don't really watch RWBY.
I mean, I've seen
yeah, you've seen some episodes probably just out of the corner of your eye and watching stuff. But
yeah, like I think I was at a friend's house and it was like 12 o'clock at night, and so I think
sounds about right time.
It was like auto playing on the TV, and I didn't know where the remote was.
So you just laid there.
So I just kind of laid there and like absorbed like the whole first season of RWBY, but I didn't know what was going on. So I have like no context for the show.
Every reaction, they probably think I have no idea what's going on either. Because when it comes to reaction, it's the first time you're watching it, so sometimes you don't know what the heck's going on. So you kind of got to read between the lines and watch it like 3 or 4 times.
Right.
So yeah, you don't really know. Let me go ahead and start going back to the comments because I do know I missed quite a few of the comments here. We're up to 11 folks, and I'd say we've been streaming for 7 minutes. In about 5 minutes, I say we should jump into the first song, and that way. If he needs me to pause, by the way, this time around it's probably going to be a little bit different. If he needs me to pause, I'll probably pause and let him discuss, what he thinks of that musical piece or the chorus or whatever. But Tenshi, I think I got your name right this time. I think you could see comments too if you need to.
Yeah, I just have to
lean up,
see names and stuff.
Oh, by all means, lean in. This is like a few seconds delay, by the way.
Right.
So. Hope everyone is doing good, unlike me, who has become a member of the Rona Club. Oh, man, sorry to hear that, but I know you're probably of the age where you're probably going to get better, so I'm not saying that it's not real or nothing like that. Please understand that, and I'm not belittling or, you know what I'm trying to say. You're of the age where you're going to be good to go, and what's the right words here before I... Pretty much what I'm saying is I'm trying to look on a positive note. For younger folks, there's a good chance you're surviving because, let's be real, for our people our age and younger, the survival rate's out of the roof. But, hey, I do hope you're getting better, though. I look on the positive. I don't look on the downside of it, is what I'm trying to say, pretty much. I don't want my words to be out of context or nothing. Then we got Chloe here. Chloe Rodriguez, someone needs to tell him his dad's the GOAT. Okay, I don't know if I'm a GOAT. Not the greatest of all time.
Kind of GOAT.
But yeah, he kind of sees me as a GOAT. Technically, though, I am only a stepdad. I do try to always push him to have something to do with his dad, real dad. Real. However you want to say it. It sounds weird, but you know how it is. But yeah. you know how it goes with families and divorce and stuff like that. I'm one of the good stepdads that actually say, hey, don't forget your dad. Go over there, see him. You know, just because he's being irritating, and I'm not trying to throw stuff, you know, business out there, but everybody has parents who sometimes are being irritating. So yeah, just because he's being irritating doesn't mean you don't go see him. Just because your mom's being a butt and asking you to do 15 things at the same time doesn't mean you don't need to do the stuff. And yes, I do realize she does ask you, oh, do this too. Yeah, it gets annoying. Back to the chat though. Rona Club. Yeah, Rona Club. Sorry to hear. Like I said, dude. Uh, Corona. Commit, man. Ruby is fire. They talking to you.
See, people want me to watch One Piece. People want me to watch like a bunch of different shows. So that's my excuse. So I am like, One Piece is gonna take forever.
Oh gosh, I won't even start.
It's like I'm like, if anybody does watch One Piece, I'm only like past the Skype arc, so I'm barely into the show really. So it's gonna take a while for me to get to Ruby, but I might get there one day. So
it's fire. That's what he says.
I have seen
that way
the first season, so it's like sort of know what's going on. I know like some of the characters, but not really.
I'm gonna
basically nothing.
I'm gonna catch up with the comments real fast and jump right into the first song. It won't take me long like it usually does, but Maria, let's lock and load, boys. Oh, not boys, but lock and load, guys. Tishi, it's not. I always mispronounce her name. I'm sorry. It's not that bad. I'm luckily one of those where is more likely a nasty cold or flu. Okay, good to look on the bright side. Get well soon, Swiss. Thanks. And yes, I got a bad problem of reading every piece of chat, so I know they were talking to you and telling you to get well, but I have that problem. Just bombs a bit that it is so close to Christmas. Yeah, that does suck. Because everyone feels like they can't go see you now, and I definitely hope you're able to, you know, get in contact with some folks, you know, one way or another though. What's the Rona Club? Yeah, that's Corona. Alex, Amar, however you pronounce her first name. It's fire. I'm at the one arc.
I think I know where that is.
Okay.
I think Crunchyroll could probably tell me where that is.
Oh, there's no chance I'm starting One Piece.
I would. I don't think you should. I don't think.
No chance.
Yeah, I think.
How many episodes is it? Like 500?
It's like a lot.
Because they got so much filler in that it's like a 5-minute conversation takes 45 minutes from what I heard.
I think there's like 1,000 episodes or something.
Oh, screw that.
Yeah, like all.
I'm having a hard enough time catching up with RWBY.
I know right now it's at like the main villain of One Piece is like Big Ma or something. But
the
that's
big villain for this section.
For this, like, there's tons of
for this
villains.
First 1,000 episodes. This is the main villain.
I mean, I just got done with the arc that literally said like a guy who was like as powerful as God. So like the villains from this point on are just kind of like even more ridiculous. So I'm just kind of like, what kind of like powers are gonna happen there?
I'd have to put it on like times 2x.
I know there's like Doflamingo. He's gonna become a villain in that, but I have a long ways to go on that.
They were just answering too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. One Piece. Oh yeah. If you wait till you're done with One Piece, it's gonna take a while. I got Corona. So you watch One Piece. Good. So do you watch the anime or reading the manga?
I watched
Wano arc, by the way. WANO.
Oh, okay, the Wano arc. Okay. I watched the anime, but my brother told me to watch the manga, so I might try that actually, because he told me.
There you go. Now you're speaking up. You're getting more comfortable.
Yeah. I think Caleb told me, that's my brother. He told me that reading the manga is much faster, and I think that's probably true. So I think I'm gonna try to read the manga eventually, instead of like taking like 20 minutes, like to watch each and every episode. Just kind of like get the manga and like skip some filler.
That's a lot of your life.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to like grow a beard, like full beard by the time I watch the show. So.
Oh yeah, this will also be cut off after this.
Yeah.
But okay, so Wano arc 955, like 1,000. We're talking about the episodes. Dang, One Piece is 1,000. RWBY hit their 99th yesterday. Oh, cool. And so Volume 8, they got their 100th episode finally. Tenchi One Piece is too big to start now. XD. The show is over 10 years old with hardly any breaks. Yeah, there's no chance I'm going to. Last two comments before I jump into the first, song real fast because it's been about 14 minutes. It says here we've been streaming. Yes, it is. The manga is the way better than the anime. So there you go on that. Yeah, manga's probably a lot quicker too.
All right.
Yes, try the manga, especially this is Alex slash AMR. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know you're from Egypt, dude. That's and I just don't want to disrespect you by mispronouncing your name. So that's why I'm just shortening the last part of it and just saying Alex. Um, yes, try the manga, especially that next chapter is chapter 1000, and huge and shocking things will happen.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so chapter by chapter, that's what they do. Oh, that is ridiculous. Okay, so y'all know the drill. First song, Don't Care, Just Burn. It's 25 years old, the manga and anime. First song, The Triumph. From what I know, it's just fan art, so there ain't like no moving pictures. I'll give it like 20 seconds. With this question, is there anything or context he should know for any of these songs? If so, just leave it in the chat and we'll try to jump into it afterwards. But the Triumph is what is that? The intro song for the Volume 5. Should I say anything? I'm waiting for the chat to catch up with what I just said for giving him context, or should we just let him go in like wondering what the flip is going on? And just be like, I'm never watching this show because I don't know what the heck is happening. You know what? Let's just jump in blind. Y'all know the drill. First song is usually a test run and finding out what the volume level has to be because we're not normal YouTubers. We use a TV because we don't have enough technology to run everything. So, yes, let's hit the play button.
All right.
And turn it up for y'all because I ain't got my microphone. And I already told y'all I don't know how to react to this stuff. Let me know if I need to pause. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to pause and go back to the beginning and actually see what he has to say. I know. I'm sorry, y'all.
So I'm just wondering, like, so the girl singing is the
that's his daughter.
Oh, that's his daughter. Okay. Yeah.
Jess Williams is probably on the guitars and
yeah,
directing all the music around it.
So being like a one-man band.
He is literally, I know he does the guitar riffs. Any guitar riff you hear is going to be Jeff Williams. More than anything, I think he directs all the music himself. And he might actually play all the instruments. They would tell me more than anything. Yeah. Up the volume some. Okay, I got you on that. Don't worry, we're also going back to the beginning of this song, by the way. The goal here needs to be to get him to commit to RWBY after hearing the quality of the songs. Yeah, Casey is the main vocalist for most of RWBY songs.
Okay.
Cameron. I'm going to have y'all's names down one day. It's only been 5 volumes, and I still haven't got everybody's names down yet. But yeah, Spittin' Facts. Granted, I know you said his name, but I can't pronounce his name either, so I'm just saying Spittin' Facts. He working with a couple of people. Yeah. So yeah, let's hit that song again.
All right.
Okay. I think that's loud enough, but we're going to go up a couple notches. So yeah. And let me know whether or not y'all want me to pause it after this song and let him talk afterwards, or we can, pause in between or whatever. I'm probably going to go with what he wants more than anything.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was a cool chord.
Well, I was like that to strike him with a bolt.
Yeah. I like that.
I'm hoping I don't have this too loud for them, but okay. And definitely let me know if there's any tidbits y'all want me to tell him in the comments.
These chords are like pretty tasteful. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can definitely hear like the Berkeley music education thing.
See, I haven't listened to the full song myself.
I kind of realized earlier. I was like, can you imagine being a music professor and like telling your colleagues that like, oh, I make anime music? Like, the other professors are like, cool.
Yeah, the other professors are like 60.
The other professors are just like classical and like.
Oh no, I won't stop you, but I know they want to also hear the song too.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like pausing in between.
Right.
Okay.
Vibes.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
A nice little, for me, not knowing much about music, it flows very well.
Yeah.
And I keep in mind that this is an intro song to, Volume 5.
Right.
So it's got to hype you up.
So this is like an intro.
Yeah.
Like a. Oh yeah. Okay.
But this is the full song version.
It's like throwing surprises at me.
Alright. I think some of the slower songs might surprise you.
Oh, probably. I don't think I've heard a lot of slow RWBY songs. I've heard like some of the rock ones, like the other rock ones.
I was pointing out because I know he's got a solo guitar riff. And they're probably like, shut up, Billy. You talk enough during your reactions. I have no idea how old Jeff is.
Vocal harmony, yeah. I like how there's some little like nuances in it where it's like it's lofty at some points and like at most of the other points it's just like really energetic and it's like the music has a goal and it like accomplishes it, which is like it's nice. And the chords flow like really well. So.
There we go. Yeah, I was just going back, so we got this up here instead of, what we had up there. But yeah, I don't know whether or not I want to pause it during it, let him talk about the transitions and the chords, and I don't know if you had anything you were about to say. Yeah, they've become accustomed to me getting distracted by the comments.
Yeah.
So they quit commenting the whole time while the song's going.
Right.
And then they jump in and start commenting.
It's like why throw in a comment?
Like Jeff is 51. So.
Oh, he's 51. Okay.
Yeah. Like they waited until the song was done because they knew better.
It was like,
they're like, he's going to get so distracted and not pay attention to the song.
Yeah, I was like, he can't be a young guy, because if he was a young guy, he probably wouldn't be a professor. So yeah, he's
well, yeah,
51.
he had to work his way up there. So yeah.
Yeah, being a professor at Berkeley is pretty like, it's pretty decent position, I would say.
I'm going to grab a couple of y'all's comments really fast and then see what he's thinking about maybe some of them chords and progressions and stuff, because I don't know how well y'all can hear us over top of the song and stuff like that. Like I say, it's usually a test run on the first song to find out what's what. But yeah, we'll go ahead. I'm going to try to pronounce your name. Sagakia. These songs are great on their own, but they gain so much more significance when you get the context from the show. It's not just some feel-good, meaningless words, but it's actually a real part of the story. This is part of the story, because like I was trying to explain just a little, but not too much to interrupt. It is, the intro. It's trying to explain to you, back to the, fairy tale, back to reality, stuff like that. It's trying to say, hey, this is real life type stuff. Tenshi, so far, there are only two anime-ish shows, in my opinion, whose soundtrack can keep up with the show itself. This would be RWBY and Fairy Tail. I don't know nothing about Fairy Tail whatsoever, but maybe on my own time. Jeff is 51, 51. Fairy Tail music is great, but less relevant to the show. He's talking. Tenshi is talking to the previous comment. Not going to deny that, but it is still a big part of the series. And okay, so I am right. Saka Kai, kind of like Cobra Kai, but Saka. Okay, I think I got you. But yeah, I don't know if you were about to say anything because I think I interrupted you a little.
Oh no, you're
Okay.
good.
So yeah, the first song, this is kind of an intro to Volume 5. They do like most animes, and they play the first chapter / episode all the way through before they introduce you to the main theme of the, anime for that volume / season.
Yeah.
So this is what it was supposed to be. I don't know if you, from hearing it, I guess maybe you could say how you think the season's going to go, or maybe you want to talk about the music aspect, or I don't know what you want to say.
Well,
Because, like I said, he ain't like a graduate or nothing like that. He is first year college student, so it's not like he knows like some profession. Like he ain't Jeff Williams. There we go. I'll say that.
not
He
quite.
ain't a profession. He ain't a professor yet.
Not quite there.
Maybe one day if he decides to continue.
Yeah, if I was good at guitar, I mean, first thing
You can get good. Don't worry.
realized like when I was looking at the screen, I was kind of like twisting my neck. I'm gonna move my chair a little.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep you in the screen somehow. If I have to,
like-
I'll just move the camera over a little. They don't normally see the windowsill, but we'll see.
All
We'll
right.
even make it a little more weird and just open it way up here, y'all.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I think this is better. Yeah, I'm still on the screen, so.
Yeah. So, anything to say about that song in particular? Because I heard you saying something about you like the little dips and the drops and this and that.
Yeah, there's
And I
like,
had no idea what I just said.
so there's like nuances in the music. Like there's the little details in the the different the different emotional context of like what the song's like trying to say. Like there's that one part where it's a lofty like choral like vocal section that like
When
cuts
the
a
music
lot.
just dips.
Yeah, it like dips. It cuts a lot of the instruments out, and it's like people singing together. That's like that was cool.
Yeah.
And like all the chords flow really well, and so yeah, it fits the. I think the lyrics are meant to be like. It's like the characters are like really passionate, and it's mainly anime that's about like fighting, as far as I know. It's like an action themed.
For me to explain it
It's probably more complicated.
would
than
be difficult because you did have a line
Yeah.
in there about the Grimm and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're kind of like some of the bad guys and stuff like that, and they're kind of mindless zombie bad guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm right on this or not, but it feels like part of it's from each of their perspectives. Because
Right.
you can still see the thumbnail right there in the top left. It's you got Ruby, Yang, Weiss, and Blake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it's part of from each of their perspectives. There's a German saying that goes, "A master has never fallen from heaven." Okay. Not quite sure. Does that pertain to Ruby?
That's a cool saying.
Yeah, it's a cool saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a reaction to it because I don't know where we're going with. It's
like just a
it's
valid
probably got
statement.
it's probably got something to do with Fairy Tail or something because I've never watched Fairy Tail or nothing like that. Saga Kai. I got your name now though, because you said it's like Cobra Kai but with Saga. It's like Sega but Saga. I'm weird. Tell him to watch some of the folks over at Sirs and Maidens, Madams. They are all musicians and do some RWBY reactions and have been fanboyed over by Jeff in their comments. Okay, cool. Action is more from Saga. Action is part of it, but story takes forefront for sure. Okay, cool. Don't care, just burn. Oh yeah, Sir and Madam, their reactions to the soundtrack are really good. Hence the reason why he's more going to be like talking about the dips and the flows and just different aspects of music because
Yeah.
I have no idea what the flip I'm talking about. I don't ever know how to react. I'm a commentary reactor when I do react. Sometimes I got the facial expressions and stuff, as you can see on some of my recent thumbnails. But yeah, no, I meant for Mr. College Student. The German side. Okay, okay. For Mr. College Student, I got you. I got you. There is a German saying that goes, "A master has never fallen from heaven." Okay, so he's meaning that for you, for the college student. Chloe, I'm just waiting. Oh,
Was that meant?
yeah.
You said that was meant for me?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I interrupted you when you were saying thank you.
I'm not a master, but I'll take the compliment.
Yeah.
I'll definitely take that.
I'm just waiting, Chloe. I'm just waiting for All That Matters. One of my favorite songs of the show. Okay, yeah. Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas back to you. Don't care, just burn. Ilya song is really good. That my favorite one. Well, I don't know when we're getting to Ilya, but I do know we got 6 more songs. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to stick around for all, but just to get us on to the next one, we've got Ignite. And from the thumbnail that I'm looking at, this is a Yang song, which means I'm pretty sure that means it's going to be a little bit more high octane because she's going to want to be fighting somebody like Yang wants to do. And that's going to be targeted. This is a comment towards Chloe, and it says, "All that matters is one of the few that make me tear up." Okay. So, featuring Casey Williams and Lamar Hall by Jeff Williams. So, like I said, this is probably going to be a fast-paced song, but I know we're going to get to some slow songs here soon because the next one says The Path to Isolation, which is a Weiss song. So, let's go ahead and start this one and see what happens. I was right. I like the fan art.
Oh, you got some brass going on.
Yeah,
I like it.
I heard that brass. Really high on the drums, I'm noticing.
Yeah. I think the beat definitely drives it.
Most Yang songs are big time workout songs.
Yeah. I'll pump this at the gym. I'll get my boom box and just. Interesting. That was a key change.
How was it?
Yeah, it just completely changed the key. I was like, okay.
Oh, now I'm getting the song. Because like I said, they got a ton of variety on the music. Honestly, didn't expect the brass to be in there, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, adding brass to something dramatic, especially trumpets, is a nice touch. It's a nice thing. Heard that chord progression before, so I like how they recycle some of the same progressions. I can hear how they incorporate some of the same things into each of the songs to kind of put the familiarity with it. So it's kind of keeps the listener it's like a continuous like flow of songs. It's not like that. Like all of the songs like kind of fit within the soundtrack of the show. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, I'm listening to you.
Yeah. Yang's voice changed a lot.
I think since volume 3, this fella has been in a couple Yang songs. Oh, which one? Yeah, volume 3, I was right. Because he first appeared during I'll say all that in a minute. But and don't worry, I will get to the comments in just a second. Oh, well, now I'll get to the comments.
Alright.
Okay, so let's jump over to these really fast, and then, I know there's a couple things he said in there. I don't know if y'all caught everything, because I feel like I got this extremely loud, and I want to pause it, but I also don't want to ruin the flow of the song itself. So
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can hear when we're discussing or what. So let me hit this button over here so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Alright, so I'm going to go up just a second. Oh, no I won't. Alright, so Alex, like I always say, Alex Amar. If you like music, tell him to try to watch Bang Dream. It's normal life, calm anime and comedy, and there's no romance or drama in the anime, just comedy and music. It's about a girl who wants to create a band. Okay, because I saw the second part there. I was wondering what the create a band was gonna, was for at first, but then I connected the two together because I was like, wait, is he telling us to, during the song, I was thinking to myself, is he telling us to create a band? I was like, I'm not the musical one. You don't want me to be in a band.
Let's do it, Billy.
Yeah.
Hop on drums.
I'll be drums, yeah. That's all I got. But,
good.
Cameron, obviously she loves Yang, or at least, wait, actually before I say she, I'm assuming here, guy or girl, because, that name could be either or. So, yeah, sorry for assuming there for a second. But, yeah, obviously you like Yang, and for good reason. She's awesome. But, Maria, someone made a headcanon about this song. Yang is blasting this song all out, playing with her guitar, and RWBY calls her out because it's too loud. Okay, I could see that happening. A little headcanon stuff going on. I should really explain a little just side story or something real fast before I just jump into the song sometimes, because during this volume, she was going to find her biological mother. So a lot of that had to do with, the song of how she was feeling inside and stuff like that. Yeah. So I know that had a lot to do with it. I should have explained that before we jumped into it. Sagakai. Whoops. If you're interested, Casey has her own band, Okay Goodnight. See, whenever I was glancing at the comments during the song, I thought that was saying okay goodnight. I wanted to say okay goodnight back to you, but you're just letting us know that Casey Williams, the singer, has her own band called Okay Goodnight. Yeah, cool beans. I'm glad to know. Oh, I thought I interrupted him.
Oh no, I was just about to say Cameron said he was a dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're looking at the bottom down there. Yeah, so sorry for assuming, but hey, I should know better than assume by now, because, there's names out there that, you got Ashley, you got Shannon, you got Cameron. All these names could be guy or girl. So, yeah, cool beans, though. Now I know better. Tenshi, RWBY Chibi, Yang. Hello, I'm Yang. Let's fight. Yes, that's pretty much RWBY Chibi version. That's about all I can say about most Yang songs. Pretty much. It's just nothing but a pumped up workout song. Fun fact, Ignite's lyrics made a callback on her first cameo on the Yellow trailer. Yes, it did. This song is about RWBY, I believe. Really? A song about RWBY? And okay, I could see that. Last comment before I jump into the, just talking about this song real fast, because I want to catch up with y'all, as well as, talk with him and him talk to y'all, and I'm not used to having somebody with me. I'm used to just running my mouth with y'all, and that's hard to, balance everything. But Maria, scathing eyes ask that will be. Oh my gosh, you're giving me a big word here. Symmetrical. She's giving me lyrics from the song.
Oh yeah.
And one-sided and easily processed. Yet every mishap sparks unseen beauty is greater than it would be judgment. Dang, that was a lot of big words for me. I'm gonna be real. And that's probably why I don't have much of a reaction because I'm trying to comprehend everything.
Scathing, like the word scathing, I just don't even know.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I just eyes. What is this?
so many big words. Ask that. Scathing eyes.
Yeah.
Ask that. We be symmetrical. One side. Okay, okay. I got where you're going. I think. Because you did say that it was a lot of Hold on, I'm trying to think and comprehend everything. Scathing eyes ask that we be symmetrical, one-sided, and easily processed. See, I'm not easily processing stuff. Yet every mishap sparks unseen beauty is greater than it would be judgment. I'll have to think on that one for a while because it's a fast-paced song and you can't comprehend it just listening to all the words right there. But what I really need to do is go back and watch other reactors as well and see what they glean from it. And yes, I used a big word too. But yeah,
I'm
that's
impressed.
and okay, Sagakia. Well, it's about Ruby because it is played during the Volume 5 trailer where was a flashback to Ruby and Yang's childhoods. Okay, I think I remember that spot. Maria, the songs Ignite focus more about Yang's general personality and how she deals with fights. Okay, added that with in there, you know.
Yeah, I can kind of tell like the
Yeah.
song's meant to be like it's just like
Yeah.
a reflection of the
I'm not
person's
being.
feeling.
I'm not disregarding the rest of the comments, but I'm just jumping on over here to see what he had to say about it. The song's what?
I was saying like yeah, I can tell that some of the songs on this playlist are just like reflections of the character's personality.
Oh, you think that's a reflection? Wait till we get to the next one.
Yeah.
And the next one, by the way, is The Path to Isolation.
Yeah, I think the lyrics of the first song we listened to is like some of it is like ambiguous and like it can be applied to all the characters, which is why it has like it has the picture of like the four main characters of the show.
Yeah, the first one was
Yeah, it's
because you gotta
Yeah.
that opening theme has to be something about all four, in my opinion. So it gives you a jumping off point for this volume.
yeah.
Okay, let me jump back over here. I don't want y'all thinking I ignored you. But Alex, I mean, this anime is very famous in Japan to the point that the voice actors in a real musical instruments to make the anime in real life into a real life band, and each band have their unique music. I mean, Bang Dream. Oh, okay. You're talking about he's talking about the suggestion for a show called the Bang Dream,
Mm-hmm.
about that girl who wants to just create her own band. Okay, so cool. I'll try to remember to look into it. I can't guarantee. Maybe he will. I have no idea. He's got a lot on his plate too, kind of like me, with being a college student and trying to, try to balance your life. It's just hard. Tenshi. Next up, the chronological first song in Weiss's Mirror Mirror song. Okay, so this one, The Path to Isolation, was supposed to take place before the Mirror Mirror songs. Okay, I got you. Don't care, just burn. Hey, someone deleted my comment. It was a bit spoiled. Well, if it was a bit of I don't know if it was spoilery or not. If it was deleted, it was probably a little spoilery, and like I said, I have no idea about the comments. But if they feel like the moderators, by all means, if they feel like that it's a little bit too spoilery, I gave them full authority to go ahead and delete whatever. I'm sorry if yours was deleted, but please don't be mad at the moderators or anything like that. By all means, you can be mad at me for giving them the permission to delete whatever they feel is necessary. But, if it was a little spoilery, I'm sorry to tell you, I didn't even see your comment because I always give about 20 to 24 hours before I jump into the comments. So, like I said, sorry, dude, but I don't control the deletions because I try to stay away from all spoilers. So, sorry. But by all means, yes, I am here. I am seeing all the comments. Yeah, I guess it was. It's cool. Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't trying. I don't try to jump into the comments. That way, it gives them time to do whatever they do. That sort of thing. So yeah, if it was a little spoilery, and I know I got one moderator, if it seems the slightest bit spoilery, sometimes I think he'll delete stuff. I don't really know. I do see that whenever I go into YouTube's desktop version, I do see that some of them are held for review, and I don't go into that section because I know that they are, RWBY comments that were deleted so that I don't get spoiled. So, I don't know. It is what it is, but the path to isolation. Let's read these two comments first and we will jump into it. Other Grim, did I miss any songs yet? We got 5 songs left and we are about to jump into the path to isolation. And before we do that, we haven't even talked about the other song that much. The brass. You were going to talk about the brass. There was a key change in there, all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even think that. I had just started talking to y'all and I just disregarded everything. Other Grim, yes, Mystic, Night, and Triumph. Okay. But yeah, brass, key changes, all sorts of stuff happening there.
Yeah.
From what I know.
I can be like a hyper music theorist about everything, but like.
Oh, you can. They don't care.
I mean, like, I thought the instrumentation was really good. When composers make music, they try to use instruments that match the mood of what the purpose of the song is.
Okay.
And so in this song, it's like very fiery and upbeat, and to complement that, they chose instruments that are like very distinct, like you can hear them from a mile away, kind of things, like trumpet, like saxes.
Okay. I didn't hear the sax, but you did, obviously.
Yeah, it had a little bit of like a big band kind of flair to it, but it wasn't like big band style.
The person that's there, Lamar Hall, the guy who's doing the rap and stuff like that, he was actually, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know I'm wrong a lot. He was in like Volume 3 whenever they were having their little tournament, and he was one of the fighters, but he was he was a bit of a jazzy character. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of where the instruments are coming from here on him. I didn't hear the saxophone though, like you said.
Oh yeah,
I heard the trumpet because he has a trumpet as a weapon.
Oh okay. So the characters in the show have like weapons and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That are instruments.
Well, not all of them.
Some of them.
That was just his character. I think he had a trumpet as a weapon, and he can kind of use the sounds.
Does he like hit people with it?
Probably.
Just whoosh.
Like a trombone, just pow.
And the trombone's pretty powerful weapon though.
But yeah, he definitely. That's how I remember him, is because he was in. He has got a kind of jazzy feel to it, and I heard.
Right.
And that's what kind of threw me into it, is because I knew I heard the trumpet and you say sax. So I'm trying to get myself back on track so he can talk about stuff that he had in his head. Because I probably distracted him. I have a tendency to do that.
Oh no.
But yeah, you had saxophone, trumpet, anything else? Because I know there was one spot in there you heard that key change just drop or raise. I know I'd have to probably go back through the song again.
I think it was a drop, but it's like the key change was only for a certain part of the song, but it was still like I still wasn't expecting it. It was just kind of like it was like boom, it was there, and I was like, oh.
And if y'all need him to scoot over a little, because I see him over here just in a tiny little corner.
Yeah, it looks like I'm like peeping out of the side of the screen. Just like,
let's see, really fast before we jump into the next song.
Maybe it could be like right here.
Yeah, you can go over as long as we ain't rolling over any comic books.
I think it's probably a little.
Because I got comic books like right here on the floor.
Yes.
I need to bag and board them and stuff like that. But rule of thumb: anything related with spoilers will be deleted. Yeah, of course. Other Grim, you missed the first 2. Other Grim, yeah, you missed Ignite and Triumph. Other Grim, darn, oh well, at least I'm here for most of them. Sagakai, we appreciate hearing someone who knows what they are talking about. Geek out, man. See, that's what I was saying, is by all means, they don't care. You can just literally sit here for 5 to 10 minutes talking about just one little keychain. If I can get words out. you can talk about a key change for 5 minutes and they don't care. You're talking about the song and they enjoy that, and it might just be a few of us, but it's an intimate little group here, so cool beans.
Okay.
So by all means, but talk about however much you want to talk about the key change. If you need me to say, hey, pause it for a second, I will pause it. I know it ruins the flow of the song, but I don't know if y'all can really hear me. I don't know if you can hear us when we're just discussing it back and forth. That wasn't Lamar, nah, but it does sound like that. That's Flint Cole. Yeah, that's the character-wise. That's who I was thinking of was Flint. Um, Lamar is the guy who's been doing all the rap parts since Volume 1. Oh yeah, because I think in every volume they have at least one rap part. The next song is my favorite. Let's go. Other Grim, yes, more Weiss songs. Okay, so they're wanting us to jump into the Weiss song. And Weiss is, as a character, let me just go ahead and preface it for them. As a character, they're all based on fairy tales, by the way. I told your mom that one because she bought me the Blake Belladonna. I had to say the last name because I'm used to saying it with her. The Blake Pop. So it'll be on this shelf before long. I don't know where, probably either here or there.
So does she use like ice powers or something?
Well, I was going to explain that, she comes from a rich and well-to-do family who's got a really big name, and,
Okay.
the name, even the father admits that he only married the, family for the name.
Right.
Pretty much they're rich, and she's always been, prim and proper, and always had to feel like she's always having to do stuff, the
Right.
way her parents, her dad pretty much,
Kind
wants
of
her to do
isolated from
things.
people.
Yeah, and this is a prequel song to two other songs, one called Mirror Mirror and the other one called, of course, Mirror Mirror Part 2. But yeah, she's kind of, in the beginning she was kind of like a prim and proper and, didn't want to do anything for herself, and I know I'm badly explaining it, but you'll find out.
Okay.
And, oh.
With the unexpected
This is our slow stuff.
Of something dear.
Minor 7 chords. Yeah.
Okay.
The warmth that comforted and cradled just disappears.
Nice.
And in its place there's
Sorry, that was a little bit too loud.
just an endless empty hole. The light that showed the way is gone.
The first few lines represent Weiss's mom going to alcoholism.
Bitterness and anger
That's what I was just
are
told.
quick to fill the void. The path to isolation is littered with the dreams that they destroy.
That's why I went back to this. I was like, I'm getting distracted.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know we were going to go like this with the drums.
Seems to grow in my soul, it's consuming me. Confused, and I'm losing myself in the storm. Growing jaded, being pushed, being pulled, I'm unraveling.
I'm presuming this is Weiss's perspective
Can't
now,
find myself
Yeah.
when I'm constantly forced to
seeing everything around her.
Enemies surround me, but the worst appear as friends. Liars and pretenders, only
Oh, yeah, that's
seek
a-
to reach their ends. Everything is breaking
Yeah, about them.
right before my eyes.
Oh yeah, there's some
On the
violin.
mirror, I see someone that I don't recognize.
Mirror, mirror. This is the prequel song. Okay, gotcha.
That my heart keeps going
Okay.
and the one thing I feel is alone. But I'm spinning and sinking.
And y'all know me by now, I would have more to say, but I'm trying to also let him listen so that he can have thoughts in his head after.
Yeah.
cellos, yeah.
See, he hears cellos, and I wouldn't even know that. Well, I'm hearing the lyrics. I'm thinking mirror, mirror, because I've heard the other songs. Oh wow, that was it. Okay.
Huh.
I was expecting it to switch to another part there because there's a lot of it just kept upping itself. Yes, and then Maria, time for the Ice Queen debut, and yes, as you can tell, yes, she does use a little bit of ice stuff.
Yeah.
She's mainly focused on ice, I should say. Well, she is not Cinderella. That's Cinder. Snow White. That's her counterpart in the fairy tales.
Yeah, so she has like ice powers because it's like snow, and then
Well, it's she comes from Atlas, which it's more of a cold area, but I think maybe that's just the dust that she's settled on,
Oh, okay.
and then if I go into the whole dust aspect,
Right.
that's probably going to be more lore, because the whole that's how they do their little magic is through dust and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what it's called. Now there's natural magic out there, but that involves explaining the maidens, and it's hard to explain everything in like 10 minutes.
I'll take your word for it.
Mainly, I just wanted to use him as kind of a little. It sounds horrible. I wanted to use him for this. Now, I was kind of throwing a little bit of better perspective out there. I'm using him pretty much for his music knowledge, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. All I can do is sit here and listen. I usually talk a lot more during the songs. And like I said, I don't know if y'all heard me in between that, but I was trying to let him listen and let him, hear all the stuff in it. Like he said, he heard a cello in there. I didn't hear no cello. I just don't know the difference between that and other, like bass and, other stand-up, good stuff. Not guitars.
Stand-up guitar.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, is that and the other stand-up guitars. Stand-up violins, pretty much.
I have heard like some people like they take like rosin in a bow and they like put it with a guitar and like they've gotten it to actually sound like the other string instruments.
Oh, yeah?
So like yeah, I mean that wouldn't technically be wrong, it just wouldn't be right.
That's one way to put it. We're jumping through a couple of y'all's comments real fast. That way we can then, let me have it on that part first. That way we can actually jump through some of his thoughts on the song. This song, Maria, this song focus about her inner conflict, the struggle who is and who wants, who she wants to be, her lifestyle on Atlas. She's pretty much conflicted on, should I be here? Like someone said that, in the beginning was about her mom's spiral into alcoholism, and what drove her to that was her husband telling her, look, I only married you for your name because she was rich.
Yeah, like what I think about this song, one of the things that I noticed is that it's a blend of different concepts, and it's also a blend of different genres. It's like, so yeah, I've heard a lot of orchestras like adapt rock music for orchestra, and like that works really well because rock music uses a lot of string instruments, and orchestras also use a lot of string instruments.
I could see that.
And so for that song, it's like it's a blend.
She's an opera singer, by the way. Well, not opera, but she's got that type of style of singing. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right, like operatic, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a blend of genres. It's a blend of concepts. It's a blend of orchestra and rock, and that I think that works really well. But the concept blending is between like cold and like alone, like being alone and like ice and stuff. Like those two concepts blend really well.
Yeah,
because
ice and being alone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like emotions. It's like how you feel when you're alone. It's like those things mix together really well. And so I think the lyrics do a lot of like clever wordplay and stuff like that on what it's like being alone and all that stuff. And
well, with that song, it goes slower, so you're able to hear the words a lot more clear and stuff like that. So Yeah, it was definitely a spiral into the isolation because she sees her family just being jerks and stuff like
Yeah.
that to each other. Her mom's an alcoholic all of a sudden, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit different. I know I'm going to get to the rest of the comments, but we got the Saga Kai here. Do you consider piano string instrument?
Piano is a string instrument.
Yeah.
It is so the piano is, if you lift up the back of like a piano,
Mm-hmm.
it's made by you when you hammer a key, it's literally like there's a little wooden hammer that hits a string. And so yeah, it's a string instrument, but a lot of people just think it's percussion. So that's a common misconception. So yeah, piano's a string instrument. It's
Yeah, they had So technically that was all strings in that last song because they had piano, they had cello, violin, and I don't know. Well, no, not all of them because I do know they had a bunch of drums.
Yeah. So in this song, well, I think what people get mixed up with piano is like piano versus keyboard.
Yeah.
Keyboard is percussion
Okay.
because keyboard doesn't use strings. It uses electronic sounds.
See, I thought they were just trying to mimic a piano.
Right.
Yeah.
So this song, the instrumentation worked really well because it's like traditional orchestra instrumentation mixed with, rock, and like you don't have to add any new instruments. You're just literally just like genre flipping. And so you have the grand piano is like the opening instrument, like that's highlighted in the song. In the slower section, I think, like when it comes to music, I don't think anybody's like interpretation of it is necessarily wrong, but I think some people get to a point where they think like music has to be perceived in one way, but like different people have different like interpretations of music and stuff, and like I think that's what makes it valuable to a lot of people. So like I think music is like whatever you enjoy like listening to.
Yeah.
And so my interpretation of this music is like the beginning part is like slow, and it varies a lot from the like normal songs of RWBY. And I think that's because it's like more introspective. It like goes back to the past, and when you make a song about going back in someone's life, you slow it down. It's more like chordal harmony based kind of music, as opposed to like rhythm and like fiery kind of like
pretty much Yang with her fiery workout stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of this is very introspective because like the next song is called Smile, and that's pretty much, I can tell by the thumbnail it's going to be an Ilya song. And who Ilya is, not, let me correct myself, not what she is, but who she is.
Yeah.
Well, technically she's a person, even though she's a cartoon character. She's a faunus, which means pretty much mutant. And since you haven't watched the show, I'm just going to say mutant.
Right.
She's able, like Sun over there, pretty much all a faunus is, he's on the right-hand side over here. All a faunus is somebody who has an animalistic trait. Like he's got that tailed over there.
Okay.
So what hers is kind of like a chameleon trait, though.
Right.
So it's not necessarily mutant, but, it's an animalistic trait. Like Blake, you can't tell her if she's wearing a bow, but she's got cat ears.
Yeah.
But Ilya is more of a chameleon. So she grew up her whole life, she's able to pretend to be a human.
Yeah.
And go to the same schools as a human and stuff like that. But she had to put on a facade.
Right.
To do that. And then
it's hard being a chameleon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then her parents got killed, and she had some kids poking fun at them because they were faunus and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were, there's a whole backstory there. So pretty much her little, stint is that she's always had to pretend to be somebody that she's not. She's always had to pretend to be human when she's a faunus.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the song's called Smile. I think we're going to look, introspective, as in, more of the song's called Smile, but really it's a song about her faking a smile.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll jump into these comments real fast, and yeah. Like you were saying, though, a lot of these songs are very introspective. Okay, so yes, I know I'm backed up on songs, but I'm gonna go rapid fire through all these like that. So yes, time for the Ice Queen debut. The first few lines is a reference to Weiss's mom going into alcoholism, and other Grimm is saying Weiss is pretty much just, she is a snobby rich girl. She got better. I'll be back. Okay, we'll see you when you get back. That was from Don't Care, Just Burn. Maria, the song focuses on her her inner conflict, the struggle, who she is, and who she wants to be, her lifestyle at Atlas. Sagakai. Oh, and if it isn't obvious, she's based off of Snow White. LOL. I'm glad I get through these fairly quickly. Maria, you could said that Weiss have a lot to reflect. Mirror, mirror song. I gotcha.
Yeah, the
yeah.
Yeah.
Using that big brain logic on me. And
Yeah.
before, I know we're gonna say a couple things where it's kind of more of along the lines of an inner circle joke, because we've been doing the whole big brain joke lately. So that's what that was meant for.
Yeah.
Yeah, using our big brains. But from Tenchi, the Mirror Mirror Saga includes all of Weiss's songs and are like an overarching story on their own. Yeah, from this song, pretty much this is the prequel song. There's a couple other songs with Weiss as well. You can kind of gauge her story if you listen to all of them. Alex, I want to ask something since he know about music. Is there a difference between the bass and the guitar? And if there's a difference, what is this different? Okay, so pretty much a bass guitar. Oh, wait, so do you mean the bass, the stand-up bass? Or do you mean like the bass guitar that's 4 strings and like this?
I think I can answer the question.
Okay, go at it.
so there's 2 kinds of basses that are normally in.
Oh, and Don't Care, Just Burn. You're back. All you missed is the Weiss song. But yeah, the question now is, oh wait, you're here now. What am I at? I just haven't read your comment yet. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there's 2 kinds of basses in music. There's one that you have to stand upright to play, and that's called a double bass. And so yeah, you have to hold it by the neck and press the frets, and you have a bow and rosin and stuff, and you do it that way. That's a double bass. That's in like orchestra. Well, you can also do a pizzicato with that. So you're holding the neck, and then you're pressing down the frets, and then you pluck the strings as if it was a bass guitar. Now a bass guitar is that's used more in like jazz and stuff like that, like rock music. We'll use that more. That's basically you don't have the bow, and you're playing it as a guitar, and it has 4 strings, and so you're just playing. Yeah, and so you're just playing a bass line. You're plucking the strings.
I know
with
some
your fingers, and yeah, it usually has 4 strings, but you can also have more than 4 strings on a bass guitar. So yeah, there's different.
Yeah, I shouldn't have interrupted.
Yeah, that's all
I know about music is you can have more than 4 strings.
Yeah. And so in orchestras and different kinds of like symphonies and stuff, you can if you don't have someone who can play a double bass, some like tubas can like swap out for basses and stuff like that. So it's like there are some instruments in the orchestra that can like sub for different instruments if it's not there. But yeah, that's the difference between a bass guitar and a double bass. And like there's different kinds of guitars as well. There's acoustic guitar, classic guitar, like classical. There's all sorts of different guitars that you can have. There's some guitars where you have like two fretboards, and like you can play multiple guitars in one, and like that one's kind of crazy.
He's showing us right here actually the bass that is shaped like the guitar.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
The bass is like pretty much a guitar, but it's lower and it has 4 strings.
Very much
usually.
lower.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm making sure to throw that out there because I was like, wait. Yeah, not this bass.
Yeah, like a bass guitar is like a normal guitar. You just like
bigger, longer neck too.
Yeah. Yeah, double bass.
I know a few things.
Yeah, there you go. Getting the music knowledge.
Yeah.
Double bass, longer neck. You have to stand up to play it. And bass guitar, you hold it like a guitar. That's
Yeah.
basically the main difference.
Pretty much lower sounding
Yeah.
for the guitar instead of the what would it be called? Percussion type string instrument.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so like,
I don't know. Sometimes good.
there's also
I
another.
actually did. We did actually answer that already. Do you consider piano a string instrument? Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's a string instrument. Rock opera? Question mark. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was just kind of
Rock opera. I mean, rock opera
slap
like.
the bass.
Oh yeah, you got to slap that bass. You got to be
Yeah.
like Adam Neely and.
I was gonna accidentally say slap that bass, but that's
Sometimes you gotta
it's a
slap
little
the bass too.
inappropriate for me to say stuff like that with him here, considering I know what I'm saying.
I mean, rock opera reminds me like,
I'm not gonna start it. By the way, I'm just gonna pause it right away. Y'all, I'm just trying to get us ready.
Yeah,
Okay.
the rock opera question mark reminds me that Sephiroth just came out in Smash Bros. So like the one-winged angel would be like rock opera with orchestra. Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah,
you mean with him coming down from the clouds in the little trailer?
Yeah.
Okay. I was actually reading Sakakai's next comment there. One cool thing about that, Jeff, I'll get that in my head. One cool thing is that Jeff really y'all gonna pop something up on me, says stupid advertisement. Yes, close it. No, canceling this scan will leave your device unchecked for potential updates. Are you sure? Yes, cancel the scan.
Not
Thank you.
potential updates. What?
I don't even know why I keep getting those stupid messages on this computer. We don't even. Whatever. Back to his comment though. One cool thing that Jeff, over the many volumes of RWBY, blends and experiments with all different genres of instruments, and you can really see how much fun he is having making all of these. So the bass that's shaped like that and slap that bass. I wanted to say bass so bad. We're gonna go ahead and jump into Ilya. Her song, I can't remember what it was called. You know what? I shouldn't have even started playing it yet. Go back. Okay, Smile. I should have knew that. I just played MLP Smile for Dawn today, trying to get her to stop dancing. But yeah, Smile. Obviously, this is about Ilya and her having to fake everything her whole life and her growing up. So let's go ahead and find out what it is. Well, are you cold, by the way?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of turning the heat up. Oh well.
Yeah, that's fine.
And yes, as we can tell, we got a different genre here.
Child, our daughter.
Okay. I'm presuming this is her father's perspective.
You've done no misdeed, still put your life on trial. Born like your family, far from any state of grace. You're as perfect as the wind and sky, but between your life you're out of place. This world is cold.
Okay, mother's perspective.
Powers with those who would judge and control.
Pretty much a fondness. Pretty much think of the racism today,
Yeah.
and pretty much people are racist against fathers.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're telling her, just pretend to be somebody you're not. Smile.
Show them how you smile.
It's a pretty nice song, though. I like it.
Take what you need, leave them to bleed.
Good to have you here anyway, Jelly Pop Rocks. But unfortunately, you got to go back to work. Hope you're having a good time there. Oh, I was talking to comments.
Yeah, yeah.
Jelly popped in real fast to say hey and then had to go to work. Keep the secret. Gotta pretend to be somebody you're not. Okay. The male vocals are Jeff.
Oh yeah.
I'm just getting that from somebody in here.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool.
One thing I noticed with Jeff, he always has at least one song with his daughter. But you can definitely tell the stuff that deals with racism in the show with this song.
Yeah, there's a lot of social comparisons.
Yeah. They're not too heavy-handed though.
Yeah. I think Jeff's vocals are like really impressive for the fact like he's 51 and he sounds like a 20-year-old dude. Like,
Hey, things are good, Young. Try to let him listen to the song first. That's why I haven't said hey back to you. I figured during the guitar riff I would do that. I don't know
Nice.
what her parents and stuff, their fondest trait, but yeah, really fast on these, and they didn't distract me too much with the comments. I think I actually read all of them. The male vocals were Jeff, like he even said during the song that it's pretty impressive. Sounds like a 20-something-year-old for 51.
Yeah.
Jelly Pop Rocks, hey, sorry I'm late. And then I saw your comment that you had to go back to work, so hope you're having a good time at work. I don't know, exactly what you're doing, but I still don't even know what you do for work. But hey, hope you're having a good time anyway. Young, I always mispronounce this part too. Yusakor, that's what I'll say. I know your name is. There's a secondary name for you as well, Young Ace. So we'll go with that. We'll just go with Young. Heck with it. And I said, hey, how you doing? Whenever the guitar solo happened, so yeah, cool beans. Sagaka. A lot of people can't separate Casey and Jeff on the higher notes. Is something he said.
oh yeah. Yeah, this song was
Like father, like daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the it's cool that you mentioned that because it's kind of like like you're saying father and daughter, it's like
Well, that's what he also said is, like, where was it? Like
Yeah,
father,
yeah,
like
yeah.
daughter.
yeah, gotcha.
I'll just go ahead and throw this one out here too. Cameron, I love how the song literally has a plot twist in it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Like father, like daughter, the high notes. So since he mentioned that, that'll be my jumping off point. Can you really tell the difference in the high notes between father and daughter, or was that something that you noticed, or?
I can tell the difference, but it does blend very well because, and for multiple reasons than one. I'm assuming that that Jeff and his and Casey like they probably sing together at home, so they're very used to like being in tune with each other and like blending very well. So like when you have
Without interrupting them too much, what I'm doing now is just having the song play in the background way lower. That way, by some chance, he hears something while he's talking.
That's a good
Then
idea.
cool beans. Yeah, I was just throwing something different out there. I got it really low volume, so
Yeah,
you might be able to hear something. They probably won't be able to hear it because I run my mouth. But
Right.
yeah, you were saying.
But yeah, that's Casey and her father, Jeff.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, that's what you're saying. They probably work together at the house a lot. Yeah.
yeah, like I can probably picture like Jeff was probably always like he probably always has music around the house. Like he sings really well, plays guitar. They probably like sing together a lot, so they blend very well. So yeah, that's definitely like that might be an explanation for like how they're able to duet like and make music that flows really well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all the
Well, this is
vocals
on
are
the volume 5 as well, so they've had
Yeah.
multiple years of doing these songs together.
yeah, and they have a lot of like professional experience, like
Yeah.
recording and stuff like that.
Whenever she first started out, I could tell a difference between now and then. So she's
Yeah.
grown a lot.
Yeah, they're both like very skilled because you think like you can take
We will see you, Tenshi. I see you say you have to leave. My head, unfortunately, doesn't want to play along anymore and need some sleep. Hey, I hope you get better. Just get some rest and have, just goof off and have some fun. I didn't want to interrupt them, but I do know you said you had to go, so, yeah. And then Saga Kai says Casey was 12 when she started in the Ruby Red trailer. So she was 12 years old when she started all these projects.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I wonder how old. I have no idea how old that makes her now. But yeah, I mean,
Okay.
obviously, yeah. It's just like your aunt and uncle, Your Uncle Ryan will sit at the piano and your aunt and
Yeah.
his boys will come around and start singing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's kind of a little bit of a traditional, like, Dick Van Dyke, Andy Griffith type setting. He'll start playing the
Right.
piano and just the family comes along singing. It's like, this is like not right. This is a little creepy.
Yeah,
It's not a bad creepy. It's just like,
I can feel like
this
yeah.
does not happen in real life. No.
I can definitely see why like a lot of people would think like a whole family singing together would be like a little bit uncomfortable. Is because like you don't have a lot of families that do that, and
Well, yeah, I know. I'm different. I grew up like Weiss, but poor. My parents were alcoholics and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
we were poor. So yeah.
right.
I don't even know where I was going with that. I was just. Where was I going with that? I don't know. We were talking about creepy families singing with each other. But yeah, but yeah, Casey and her dad, they probably sing a lot with each other. The song though, yeah. I was trying to get back on track with that. Sorry, y'all. I then went way somewhere else. And Casey's 22 now. Okay, so this has been going on for a while.
For like 10 years.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
since volume 1. They're on volume 8 now.
See, she's got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, their vocals are very clear and like
That's why I was playing it in the background too.
yeah, like none of their vocals sounds like they're trying really hard to like sing notes, properly. Like I know high notes can be hard because in order to sing better high notes, you have to like, and I learned this in like voice class. It's something like
Yeah, he has to take voice classes for music.
yeah for
I get the whole singing thing, how that pertains to music.
yeah.
But you're playing instruments, you're trying to learn music. You don't have to sing. Nah, it's a whole nother matter. But yeah, voice class, you learn stuff.
I can kind of see why they make us learn like voice and stuff because there's a lot of like comparisons between like playing instruments and singing that can be made. Like one thing when you're playing a wind instrument or like you're singing, you want to sing better is like freely flowing air is like a thing that all instruments have to do. Like and even instruments that don't use wind, like
Yeah.
you have to think freely flowing. Otherwise, you're gonna naturally be like stressed and tense when you play. Like, so in the past, like when I've tried to play piano for things, and I would be like really tense because I would be thinking about, oh, there's a lot of people, like I can't mess up, and like that I would literally like feel it in my hands. I would feel my fingers
Your
tense
fingers
up.
just start tensing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same thing with wind instruments too. Is like freely flowing air is one of those things that happens when it's like, and they have it. So like they clearly have a lot of experience. Like they're not. It doesn't seem like they're stressed when they're singing at all because it like they sing all the time.
Yeah, and they just kind of gel together because they've been doing it so for a long time, and like they said, father daughter, it works out for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, like I told you, there's going to be a lot of introspective on that one because her parents are pretty much telling her, look, show them how you smile. You might have to fake it, but you can still smile anyway, type deal. She grew up and seen things from a different perspective because I can't remember exactly how they died. I think it was a mining accident somehow. But, somehow her emotions got the better of her, and it came out that she was more of a chameleon faunus, and,
Right.
pretty much it's an allegory for racism. And yes, I got big words. Allegory.
Whoa. There was another cool thing I noticed in the song.
Oh, good. I'm glad you had some.
Yeah,
Because I was
yeah.
about to just really go through these real fast. But we don't have many comments right now, so that's cool beans. But I
Yeah,
do
you can
see
go ahead.
Sagakai did quote me. I grew up like Weiss, but poor. Yeah, hey, I got to compare myself to somebody. So, yeah, she's got money. I didn't have money growing up.
Yeah.
Now I got money. I drive a truck. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing you noticed.
Yeah, that's yeah, another cool thing I noticed was
was the
that
Mandalorian socks.
yeah, I got the Mandalorian socks. I don't want to show those off, but
I only got white
I
socks.
mean, I could, but
Yeah, but then you'll have to show your legs.
yeah, that would be a little.
They haven't even seen my legs. Okay, we better stop.
Yeah, this
But
is
another thing you
completely
noticed in the
sidetracked.
song.
Yeah. Another thing I noticed was like in the parts about Weiss's childhood, there are more chords.
Which one are we talking about here? You mean this song? Or
Oh,
Weiss's?
right. I got
this
it.
is Ilya.
This one.
This
yeah.
one? Okay.
Ilya, okay.
I'm replaying it in the background just for the heck of it.
See, if I watched the show, then I wouldn't know the characters,
Exactly.
but-
See, that's what I should have said to him. If you watch the show, you would know these names.
Yeah.
I'm still bad about it.
Have to watch the show.
This is becoming... this is becoming an OnlyFans all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what this is. I guess.
OnlyFans? Show off our legs?
Hopefully not. Please.
I
no.
don't think you'll catch me on OnlyFans, y'all. Don't worry. Y'all don't want to see that. But yeah, one thing you noticed in the song, now that we've distracted ourselves 15 times about
gosh.
my legs and your legs.
So
Hey, Pink Princess, by the way.
yeah, there was another.
I'll get to your comment in just a minute.
Another thing was the parts about childhood, like the childhood experience. There were more chords that had like tension, I think.
Okay.
And so yeah, there was more tension in the chords, and then in the section that's later in the song about how she's like developed through that experience, there's more resolution of the tension in the chords before. But like,
Okay.
it's a lot of the progressions in the song are the same, and that's kind of showing how like it's the same person, like it's the same
Yeah.
person through and through.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an interesting point. In
Yeah.
the beginning it feels tense with her growing up, and then throughout the song, a little less tense, but still there with the same person, and still just as tense. Hey, and StarCraft made it in here too. Pink Princess, though, I did start watching the reaction to Volume 5, but I only watched the shorts. The first episode and the second episode, I didn't see all of the episodes because I had to go to sleep. But that's cool. Y'all know how I always say it. Sleep and everything else that pertains to other parts of life are way more important than me, y'all. So by all means, if you have other things to do, I don't take offense to it. You can always come back later. So yeah, real life, not real life. You know what I mean? Other stuff is more important. Sleep and stuff like that is more important than listening to me on here. I'll always be here for years to come, so don't worry. You can always come back. But StarCraft is here. Do you realize announcing the live stream for the first time 10 minutes before starting it means nobody knows about it? Wasn't even aware this was going until a few minutes ago. Yeah, I do know that, dude, but with Christmas and all, we kind of got a lot of stuff happening. So we kind of, our oldest boy just left the house to go back to, where he lives. And we did Christmas early this year. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff happening. And I know it's Volume 5 soundtrack time. So it's kind of like it's either now or I wait another week. So it's kind of like, didn't know what to do here. So I just said, heck with it. I threw it up on the community tab and said, in about 15-20 minutes, we'll go live. And, hey, we here. I know how I am. I do things last minute all the time. But, yeah, I got what you're saying. Don't worry. I understand. And, I'll try to make a bit of a better announcement about it on the Volume 6 live stream for you. Cameron, I compared myself to Jean, but no girl has ever liked me. Oh, dude, you'll find somebody. So don't worry about it. Sagakai. I always mispronounce that name. Sagakai, I just kind of got lucky, to be honest, right when he started. Was about to shut down and go to bed, but I guess I'm watching Billy now. Dude, if you gotta go to sleep, go to sleep. Don't worry about me. Who is that talking with you? This is our youngest boy. He is a freshman college student major. I can't get the words out of my mouth, but he is a freshman music major in college. So, yes, I figured it would be better to have someone who knows what they are talking about when it comes to music than me to sit here and make random comments. And let me hit the back button before that next song starts, instead of me just randomly making comments and not really reacting to the music, because I don't know anything about music. I know there's a guitar and piano in some of the songs, and sometimes there's drums. So yeah, that's about what I got. But yeah, that's who it is. What are you talking? What are you going to do for Christmas with your family? Pretty much, we've already done Christmas. We did it this weekend, and next week we'll probably just go to my aunt's house, eat some food. Maybe I might go over to my sister's house, see my dad, just so I can get it out the way. Because honestly, I don't want to go see him. But I got to be an example. So it is what it is. Sagakai, nah, man, I'll stick around. RWBY is love. RWBY is life. Pink Princess, that's cool. Y'all know what? Yes. Let's jump into the next song. Okay, with this one, it is called All Things Must Die. From the thumbnail, I'm gathering. Who is this? Okay, Cinder and Raven. Raven. See, there's so much things I would have to explain in order to get to the point to where the song is, that it would be like 20 minutes of me explaining everything. But pretty much in a nutshell, alright, I'm going to leave it up to y'all. Comments. How to explain Raven and Cinder, and you know what? We'll just jump into it, see if he can figure it out. Raven is Yang's mom. Yes, Raven is Yang's mom, biological mother, and she's fighting one of the big bads. Okay, that's what we'll go with, Psychikai.
Makes sense.
Yang is Raven is Yang's biological mother and is about to fight Cinder, who is one of the big baddies. Guess that's a good way of putting it. I'd like to go ahead and explain everything, but I know I can't, so I'm just gonna hit the play button. Turn this volume jacked up a little bit. I'll actually do that again because that sounded horrible the way it started. It just sounded like it's just vibrated.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That was better.
Yeah, those are clean entrance. Give them another chance to perform it.
I love the volume. I love the animation for Volume 5. It was beautiful and made the show look better, yes. Oh, I hate the flicker on the screen here. Oh, this is where we get into all the more dark stuff. Okay. And you can tell it's a little darker because of the...
This sounds like the intro to Goosebumps, but like slow down.
Oh gosh. Yeah, this is definitely a slower song.
Yeah.
But it definitely sounds like the intro to Goosebumps, but slow. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this part is Cinder's perspective, the one on the right.
I think it's color coded.
Sometimes it is. Sagakai says slower songs, he says. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to speed up soon. This is where it's probably about to pick up. Yep. See, I saw your comment. At least I can keep up with the song, guys. My wife is going to be weirded out if she walks in here to this song.
definitely some dramatic evil chords in here.
But this is where they were having a really big fight.
Yeah.
It was an anime fight for sure.
Yeah.
Because this is one of those fights where I was like, it's a good fight, but it's hard to keep up with, y'all. See, that's where your monster walked in. It's go die.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to songs. I mean, comments.
Yeah.
I'm not a big music person, no. I know I'm sorry. It's kind of blasphemous to say that about reading music, but still. And I hear a lot of this during the show itself. And fade to black. Alright, so we got 2 more songs after this. I don't know what your thoughts are. You know what? I could catch up with these comments pretty quickly, so that's cool. And Christmas, we have final year college exams. That's from Alex. He's over there in Egypt, by the way.
Oh, he's in Egypt?
If you didn't know that. Yeah, I said that earlier in the stream, but, you know, I was trying to tuck my hair in there, by the way, because I saw myself on the screen. I was like, okay, so, yeah, college exams. He's probably got a lot of them happening as well. Sagakai, Raven's mom, she's fighting a big bad. Yes. StarCraft, TLDR. The long and short, no one likes you. Pretty much is the long and short of the song.
Yeah.
Pink Princess. I love the new animation. I think I actually read this one. I'll read it again real fast. I love the animation. And what I'm doing when I do the whole reading comments really fast thing is I'm letting him figure out anything he might need to say about the song or something like that. So, yeah. I love the animation. It was beautiful and it made the show look better. Sagakai, slower songs, he says. Pretty much, he's letting me know, hey, it's going to be faster soon.
Yeah, I heard.
And that's how I was like, well, here's supposed to be where it picks up.
Yeah.
Because I heard the music drop, so I am familiar with some key aspects. The music sounds scary, but it's good too. It sounds like a villain song. Kind of, sort of. Raven's a little bit ambiguous. She does only things for herself and her tribe. So that's a little bit of a character thing for her. And I have a feeling your mom's mad at me. She ain't back yet. She's probably texted us 15 times.
Probably.
I told her ahead of time we were doing a live stream, but who cares?
I do have my phone, but
Eh.
yeah.
Cameron Davis. I'm pretty sure that the entire song is from Cinder's point of view. Okay, so Cinder's point of view, the main baddie. So cool beans, I could see that. Sagakai, either that or from both of their perspectives, I could see that as well because, like I said, Raven's kind of ambiguous and we don't really know where she stands until, actually we do know where she stands. It's either she's going to do what benefits herself or she ain't doing nothing at all. So, yeah. That's kind of the world they live in. They have to do for themselves. StarCraft, real fast, it's dual. It's from both perspectives of Raven and Cinder. Neither one is very likable. Sagakai. True. And yes, from them two, honestly, that would take a little bit more explaining to figure out, the whole song. But with a song like that, what would you say would be your idea of who those two are? Because it's a battle and a duel between two people, such as Raven and Cinder. So pretty much all you got to go off of from their perspective, their personalities, is what song you just heard. All things must die.
My perspective?
Sure. That's what you're here for.
I guess so.
I did like Cinder's haircut. Like I'll get to these in a minute. Song.
So
I have a hard time not paying attention to everyone.
yeah, I do think it's both because there are certainly some distinct like parts of the song where you can clearly tell it's made to sound more evil. Like in next little bit of music theory is like
Jeez, it got hot now.
yeah, I guess a little bit of music theory is like when you want things to sound like ethereal and like lofty, like you raise notes, you raise like certain semitones up, and when you want music to sound like dark and kind of like brooding, I guess you use semitones that go down. So like minor chord, like certain minor chords that are more dramatic, diminished chords. I heard some of those.
Yeah, because there was technically someone who was a bigger villain in that than the other.
Yeah. Well, you can tell which person's perspective it is because I think the slower sections that have lyrics that are there are certain lyrics that pertain to certain characters. Like one character is like, or Cinder, I guess, is like, saying that everything should die and that, like all the evil stuff. And then one person, like the other person saying, like, or Raven saying all the, stuff that isn't like that. There's two, like, different.
There's 2 points kind of
Yeah.
clashing.
There's two different, like, perspectives clashing. And so, yes, like Cinder's music sounds more diminished and, like, dark and evil. And then the other one, there are moments in the song where it would get,
Lofty?
like, yeah, it would get lofty, like.
Okay.
And
I didn't know if that was the right word or not.
No, I think that's the right word because it looks like Raven has like an ice sword or something.
Yeah, Raven's got more of an ice sword going
Yeah.
there. You got Cinder on the fan art at least. You know what? I'll do like I did on the last one. Just turn the volume like really far down and let the song play out as we're talking about it. But yeah, Raven's got kind of an ice looking sword right there, as well as Cinder right there has kind of a fiery type sword. See, the thing is one of them. See, I don't know. I know he's probably not going to start the series no time soon, and if he does, he'll probably forget anything I say anyway. So they're both maidens. They got the powers of, like Cinder over here. She got the power of the Fall Maiden, so she's got some like wicked powers, and
Okay.
she's the Spring Maiden to the left. She's got some like magical powers as well. Pretty much, they don't have to use dust in order to do the powers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're using real magic as opposed to everyone else having to use dust for their kind of abilities. So, then there's semblances. I want to explain everything, but I can't. It's just not enough time. I want to jump into the next song after we discuss this song.
Yeah.
Because I know he's probably thinking, I just want to watch Mandalorian. Get done with this.
I mean, kinda.
Yeah. See?
Not because I don't want to be here.
So we haven't watched
but-
the last episode of Mandalorian, by the way. So please, no spoilers, if you want to call it that, spoils. I was going to say spoilers at the same time as don't spoil, and it kind of just came out no spoils. But yeah, they're pretty powerful. Let's just say that. I would explain how you get the maiden powers, but that's a whole nother matter as well. Pretty much they're powerful. She's the bigger baddie than her. She's not really a baddie, she's just selfish.
Like an anti-hero.
Kind of, sort of. But she's not even a hero, she's just selfish.
So
She's like, look, I don't want to die, so y'all take the crap and get out of my hair.
Makes sense.
Because she knows if she would have took what these two were after during this song, because they were fighting in order to get after something. So she knew if she took it, though, the big baddie would be coming after her. So she ends up saying, here, screw it. You take this, I'm dipping.
Yeah.
So she's not necessarily a villain, but she's out for her best interest. Whatever helps improve her situation, she'll do that. So they're kind of just fighting to get the thing that they're fighting for. So you can hear, though, in the music that there's a distinct difference between one part and another part. It's like you see icy coldness in one part and you see fiery spots in another.
Yeah.
I'm going by the swords, by the way. So that's kind of what I'm gathering. What you're meaning is you can see the progressions changing back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump into some comments real fast because I know. Yes. Yep. No distractions. I exactly second guy. I get distracted so flipping easily. Okay. From Alex. Yep. It's called. It's just like stop before my final exams and will continue after I finish exams. Oh gosh, yeah, final exams. I think I missed something, but hey, that's cool. This is, I don't know. Yeah, our exams is each week one exam. My exams start on the 28th this month and ending on the 5th of February. My goodness, that's a lot of exams.
Gosh.
So it will be a
That's
long
rough.
way. Yeah, all the way till the 5th. Aren't you on like winter break or something?
Yeah.
Or do you still have like exams?
I'm on winter break right now.
Oh, good.
I got done with exams like last week though.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I
all
did
that stuff
like
was,
Cinder's haircut.
yeah.
Yeah.
All the exams were like, it was a lot of stuff to do there. I would have some weeks where I had just like projects back to back to back, and I would just be like, please kill me. I would just.
Well, that's part of college, dude.
I just
It's better
do
than
it.
having a job, trust me. Because then when you got a job, you're off on your own, you're paying your own bills, and then you're like, oh gosh, kill me. So yeah, welcome to life.
Yep.
And, yes.
Nothing new to expect.
Yeah, life. Oh gosh. It sounds like I'm going really down right there. So I'm going to jump back into the comments. Okay, so yeah, this is technically directed towards, Alex, but Sagakai, well then you must be happy Volume 8 is mid-season break then until February 6th. If I tried hard enough, no, there's no way I can catch up. Alex, yep, just, it's just like stop before my final exams and continue. Okay, so cool. Yeah, you can actually concentrate on, oh, that's what you meant by, yep, no distractions. I got you now. I thought you were saying, yep, no distractions, and being sarcastic and saying, yeah, he never gets distracted.
The next song already started.
Oh, okay, so that one gets pretty fast. Okay, so I'm not even going to try to explain Sun to him, but there's never mind. Starcraft, that reminds me, Billy, you might have less time. You might have to wait less time on RWBY blocks, at least after Christmas this week, as Volume 8 isn't resuming until February 6th. RWBY needed extra time, 2020. I hope that works out. I'll be real, I've already watched 3 sets of RWBY Chibi Season 3, so I'm probably going to try to put those together and release it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on whether or not they're blocked and stuff like that. Because I want to be able to get that knocked out pretty fast. It sounds horrible, but I just want to get it knocked out so I can jump into Volume 6. I know I also still have the character short for Adam. And the only reason I knew it was Adam because whenever you posted all the links for me, I know the website said Adam. So, yeah, I didn't click it, but the link itself told me it was Adam. So yeah, Jelly Pop Rocks, hello again. And let me jump back up here. Will the girls become friends again? I don't think they were friends, honestly. They're not going to become friends. What are you talking about, Billy? Raven is clearly Mom of the Year. What am I talking about? Yes, she is definitely just like my wife and Mom of the Year. So yes, very much a little hint of sarcasm there, I could tell. But yeah, she is not a great mom. She actually left Yang when she was a kid.
That's tough.
Yeah, well, that's why Yang has always been in search of her real mom. She's been looking for someone, that hasn't left her. Pink Princess, I haven't watched The Mandalorian, so I won't spoil anything. Most people already watched it. Yeah, I haven't watched the last episode. Usually when he's home watching it is when I watch an episode of Mandalorian. So, yeah. I haven't watched from the first season. I think I watched like the first episode. And I need to watch everything, but there's so much Star Wars stuff. That's why I posted that one thing on the community tab, just to throw it out there. Where should I start? And I have no idea where to start yet. I need to jump over there to those comments to actually read them to see where to start. So back to what I was doing. For me, I'm very excited to see a reaction to RWBY Volume 7, Episode 13 final react. Oh goodness, that's a ways away. Probably about a month and a half, if I push hard. So I'm gonna say 2 months. Possibly 2.5. Let's push it back further and say 3. It's StarCraft. It's fine. It's fine now. I just didn't want you to tell you. Like, it's fine now. I just didn't want to tell you it when you weren't finished with Volume 5. I gotcha. Jelly Pop Rocks God Volume 7 was a roller coaster. And that's probably why What's His Face wants me to react to Volume 7, Episode 13. Because it's probably just up and down like that. Sakia Saga Kai again. I'm looking forward to Chapter 9. Oh, geez, there's so many chapters y'all are looking forward to. And I'm probably going to take some. I know I need to get back to the music so that he. I'm just trying to go through the comments, knock them out real fast. But Volume 6, Chapter 3 is one that I'm probably going to watch with y'all the first time around, then cut the camera off, and then watch it another time, maybe once or maybe twice, and then record my afterthoughts, because somebody suggested that for some reason for that chapter and volume. So, yeah. And that's where Blood Swordplay just said, I will love your Volume 6, Chapter 3 reaction. So, yeah. I'm definitely probably going to hold off on giving my first thoughts, jumping into it right away. I might give a minute thoughts. I don't know. What we really need to do, though, is go ahead and hit Sun here. It's obviously a song for Sun, because I could tell by the thumbnail. Yeah, you probably heard a little snippet of the music. Jeff Williams, we already know who he is. He's a professor at Berkeley of music and all that stuff. Because I know we got a couple new people in here. Yeah. Any more thoughts on that last song? Since I've really, other than the whole, he did notice a little bit of tension, stronger beats going on with, maybe Cinder side, and then there was a little bit more icy coldness towards, the Raven side of perspective from the last song. So,
Yeah, something like that.
did you want to jump in through these next 2 songs or no?
Sure.
Okay. We got 2 more songs. I'm going to be real with y'all. We're going to go ahead and just jump through these 2. And I don't know how much time it's going to take us, but we're just going to jump into it. We've had, wow, it is a lot of music. It's actually, in all reality, I'm usually done by now. But you know what? Let's just do this. I'm not sure on the loudness. Okay. The other voice you're hearing is another character named Blake.
Yeah.
They're trying to recruit people.
It's a really high note for a guy. That's like,
Yeah, and I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this is also Jeff singing. They're trying to recruit people in order to fight.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes, Jeff. And yes, he noticed the high notes already. Gears turning.
That doesn't sound like falsetto. Like, it doesn't sound like he's flipping into his head. It's just like his natural, like, range.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Normally when, like, guys sing really high, they go, like, instead of, like,
Oh, no, I'm listening. Yeah,
flipping.
all range.
Yeah, like, guys have, like, they have the diaphragm range, and then they have, like, the head range. So the head range is like falsetto, and so you can hit higher notes, but like he's not doing that. He's just like using it like from natural. Yeah, naturally. It's pretty impressive
Fellow fellas on this. Not us.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's like, Jeff is taking some of the more harmonic parts and like he's like going down to it. He's like and then like Casey's singing the melody. So yeah, that's usually how like
Well, that worked out.
singers are passed
Sorry.
around. Oh yeah, you're
That
good.
worked out perfect because yeah, they were done with it. But you were saying about Jeff was more of a melody,
No, it's
or is it the other way around?
other way around.
Oh, okay. I'll let you explain that.
Yeah, so you have 4 ranges with singing, like 4 normal ranges. You have SATB, which is
And I will get to that in just 1 second and explain it to you on stuff in a second, StarCraft.
yeah.
But yeah.
So you have 4 ranges in music. You have SATB, which is soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. And so tenor voices is like where he's at. He's a tenor. Jeff's a tenor singer because like there's 2 like male voices that sound really similar, and that's like baritone and tenor. But he's like I don't know if he's like a soprano or not, because like he can hit some like really high notes. Like
yeah, you said something in there about that was a high note.
Yeah.
Because
he can
you got a little surprised, I noticed.
Yeah, he has like a really big range,
Yeah.
and it's not like
Well, you were saying during the song. See, I don't know if y'all can hear
Yeah.
sometimes whenever we're talking back and forth, because I do have the song pretty loud, but the wife ain't here, so I'm able to actually play it. But he was saying how it just feels natural for him to have such a high note and such a high range. So I don't know if you had any elaboration or.
Yeah, like what I was saying earlier is like you have I think in the female voice there's 3 different parts to your body that you can use to sing.
Yeah.
You have your like your diaphragm, your chest voice, and your head. And so I think that's what it's like for women singers, and for men singers it's you have your like diaphragm and chest kind of in the same thing, and then you have your head voice, which your head voice is like falsetto. And falsetto is like when you it's called falsetto because it's like it's almost kind of like fake singing, but not really. It's like flipping into your head to be able to hit high notes easier. But I don't think he was doing falsetto was the thing, because it sounded like he was just like belting out the notes.
Oh yeah, like you said, it's just seemingly natural, as if it's just, this is just how I sing.
Yeah. He flipped between like soprano and alto as a male. So like when he was in alto, he would help out the harmony while Casey was like doing the soprano melody, because her voice is obviously higher than his.
Yeah. And I don't know how old she is during this one. Let's see. If she started out as 12 in the trailers, that would mean she's probably 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17-ish. I'm going very conservative estimate. So she's kind of learned to kind of grow the whole time. So
Yeah.
yeah, and let me throw this out there. He has, he doesn't know anything about the show, the storyline, nothing like that. He's just basing everything off of his, just music wise, what he's thinking about the song. So yeah, figure I'd throw that out there because I don't want, he does know the name Jeff and Casey though because he sees every flipping thumbnail say Casey featuring Casey and Jeff. And I started this off by letting him know that Jeff is a music professor at Berkeley, or at least I've been told that. So I think I should jump over here to these. And yes, as you can tell by the song, they were recruiting people in order to go against another group of people because the Faunus, they have a group called the White Fang, and it's kind of, I don't want to get political, so I'm honestly not going to tackle that, but pretty much they needed to fight back against another group that kind of got corrupted within their ranks. So they wanted to take back that group pretty much and be like, no, this is not what we stood for. The White Fang was started in order to progress the rights of us Faunus, not to pretty much, kill other human beings.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, you know what? I don't want to get political, so I'm kind of going to tiptoe around that because politics is very divisive now, and people sometimes they don't understand to agree to disagree. I'm not going to mention any other reactors out there. I'm just going to say Andy needs to chill out. That's all I'll say. But yeah, Twitter, me and Andy, yeah. Ooh. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. He definitely is one of them kind that needs to learn to agree to disagree or live in your own echo chamber, but I'm not trying to start reaction drama. I am going to shut up and read your comments because that's what I should be doing. Okay, Pink Princess. I just thought the Mandalorian because everyone is watching that. Most people who didn't are fans. Oh yeah, I haven't watched Mandalorian that much myself, but usually if he has it on, he has it on. I'll watch it too. Sagakai, next song is okay. This is saying pretty much what I was just saying earlier. Next song is about beating the White Fang and starting a new, better Brotherhood White Fang. Okay, yeah. Starcraft. This is a fake thumbnail. Jeff has said this song is Blake and Gira's perspective. Really? Huh. Okay. I thought it was Sun. Okay, I get what you're saying though. It's also subtitled From Shadows Part 2. Okay, I gotcha. Sakai, yes, it's Jeff. Pink Princess, I didn't think any other series since Clone Wars, I think. Pink Princess, but I didn't watch enough. StarCraft, can't help but notice half of the lyrics are in the video are missing. That's what I meant by I'll explain that to you in a moment. What I did, I've got two of you that actually provide me playlists to go by, and one of them, of course, oh my gosh, you do so much every video. And one of those things that you do is provide the playlist for, the upcoming soundtracks and the season 3, like Chibi and all the shorts and stuff like that. And I also got another fella who wants to provide his list for a soundtrack. So what I did was kind of combine the two. And something I've been thinking about, that's why some of these are different than the ones you provided. Because, of course, I don't want to be mean or rude and say, oh, I'm going to go from this list. But what I need to start doing instead is simply just go over to Flint of RWBY, Flint of RWBY's channel, and just get the playlist straight from there. Because I know that he is technically the official lyrics video for RWBY. So that's what I need to start doing is just go over there, get the playlist, instead of going by, everybody else's playlist. Granted, it's only 2 people, but I also don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and say, look, I already got a playlist over here. Sorry, I want to be nice, pretty much is what I'm saying. So, yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing after this volume, because we're almost done with the volume now, is go ahead and just start going from Flint of RWBY. And I know he's the official lyrics video, so that's what I'm going to do. Really fast for the rest, and then we're jumping into the last song, I think, if I could find out where I am. Where are we? There we are. Sakia, if you want some impressive Jeff notes, have him watch Bad Luck Charm of or Lucas Natural. I can't remember. I can't pronounce that because I'm terrible pronunciation. From Volume 4 official soundtrack. Okay. So impressive Jeff. Oh, okay. You mean the high notes and the falsettos and stuff like that. I gotcha. Yeah, so there's an official soundtrack, Volume 4. You know, there's a couple songs right there he'd say listen to if you want to hear those high notes again. At least I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, I was just saying okay.
Oh, I thought you went high with it. Like, okay. I was like, wait, what? You're getting high notes on me. Big
No,
Princess
I don't know. Maybe it's rubbing off on me. I don't know.
At least I think it was the Clone Wars. I don't remember too much. Yeah, Star Wars is a bit of a. It's a mixed bag of stuff to watch there, Pink. I haven't even started watching much of anything. So then we got Alex. Really, StarCraft. Some lyrics are missing. Yeah. Cameron. This song is actually told from the perspective of Blake Casey and her dad Gira. Okay, so that was actually not Son because the thumbnail's a little deceiving. Thought it was Son and her trying to recruit other people. It was more along the lines of her letting her dad know, look, we got to go fight. We got to reclaim the White Fang for what it stood for before Adam took it over. So yeah, okay, I got it. So the male parts was her dad, and that's what something Jeff always does is at least have a father-daughter song in almost every volume. Granted, he works with her a lot with doing duets, but usually there's at least one song that's like a father-daughter type song. So, and that was one of them, I think. StarCraft, yeah, especially the first half of the song, Alex. But I listened to the song before I added this song. I will listen to find and I'm sorry. Yeah, I know this thing just went. You know what? We'll go with aquatic. Heck with it. I'm just trying to get to these so I can jump into the last song so that honestly, y'all, we can end it because this was like 2 hours, and yeah,
Yeah.
I'm, hey, he's been here, he's been a trooper the whole time, so cool. Missing lyrics, XD, Sakai, Flint of RWBY is the lyric channel for RWBY. Thinks, oh, darn it, another comment came through and screwed my wording up. Till I think volume 6. Then he took a break and it shifted to Sirs and Madams. Okay, so it shifted in volume 6. I thought he was back doing the sound because I thought I saw something about him coming back and doing the stuff again. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. Alex, about the thumbnail, I know it's Garrett, but I didn't find any video with Garrett. Okay. StarCraft, he's not doing it as much anymore. He was, okay, we're talking about Flint of RWBY. He has all the volume 6 songs minus one, but only two for volume 7. Okay, so it sounds like I'm then going to transition into Sirs and Madams, okay, after volume 6. Okay, cool beans though. They aren't any, okay, cool. We are caught up. So anything more on that song in particular? I would play it again, but I've got to get back to the playlist. I actually created my own playlist for it because I was mixing and matching the songs. So, oh yeah, this was the one. So, without getting too political, anything in particular about the song, or I know you said something about the falsettos and anything else, or jump into the last one.
I mean, we could.
I know you said something about a key change during it, but
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like key changes in most of the songs. Yeah, I like all the RWBY music. It's like it's very like good to like get you hyped up and everything. But I wish there was like more diversity in the style of music. Like I wish there was more like. I wish there was more slow parts instead of it only being for like a little bit and then just going straight into rock music.
I think that's what you're going to get in the next one.
Well,
Yeah, I
think I know the song that's next.
yeah, like I don't have a problem with it. I just think it would be like even better if there was like, more diversity in the different like
Yeah.
styles of music and everything. But I'm sure that's because,
Well, this is only one volume, of course, as well.
yeah.
Because there has been volumes, like there's been jazz thrown in there, there's hyper-go-lucky music.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's a ton of different variety. So
Yeah.
they're probably thinking the same thing. Well, then you're in luck with the final song.
Oh. Cool.
Because that's going to slow it down, I think. Because if I'm correct on this song, it's where pretty much, okay, this from the thumbnail that I'm getting here, it's more of a Blake and Yang type thing. Blake's coming back. She's being reunited with the rest of the girls and stuff like that. So that's pretty much, and the song's called All That Matters. I would give a whole detail of everything, but, of course, as always, that'll take 20, 30 minutes, and let's be real, y'all don't want me to ramble on incoherently for 20 minutes. Well, some of y'all have stuck around for 2 hours, though. So maybe y'all do want to listen to me ramble on incoherently for 20 minutes. But for the most part, yeah, this is going to be a much slower song. It was at the very end of the volume. I do know that much. I think I actually quit paying attention to the song so that I could listen to it later on, pretty much when I'm doing this. So I think variety-wise, I think more he's talking about like jazz and some music, and maybe instead of rock all the time and maybe operatic rock and stuff like that, I think he's more like, let's get some jazz in there, get some slow-mo music or something along that lines. More poppy. I mean, and there is some songs like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a best of RWBY songs. I don't know.
Maybe.
But there is other types. I mean, I think he's kind of type. I don't know if I'm typecasting him. What I like about Blake's approach is that we have to fix ourselves first. Okay, yeah. Going back to the last song. I think for the most part, he's kind of typecasting himself into that kind of guitar riff, drum solos, and I guess the song style of high-pitched falsettos types that you're talking about.
That's what I was gonna say, like, and that's a thing in the falsetto thing, or not even like the high pitched singing thing is like something that's like really popular in a lot of music genres throughout history, like in the 80s and the 90s and even the 70s, back in like the disco era. There was like
We got one disco song in this. We got one disco song.
That'd be
I
very.
do remember that.
That'd be very different, but yeah, there's a lot of songs that just kind of have like the really high melody and then like the medium everything else, and like that's a pattern that's made music popular for like decades, and so it works, and like I think Jeff's is just one of those people that he like plays what he likes, and like there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
And it's just, but like you could throw in maybe 3-4 time, you could throw in like different time signatures, different
Now we're getting into time signatures.
yeah, it's just like counting music in a
Oh,
different
yeah,
way. Instead of being
I've seen some of the videos you watch out there. I've learned a couple of things. I don't know what the heck a time signature really is. I just know it's different, beat of the music.
Yeah, I guess I am kind of a music nerd, because I watch like Adam Neely and stuff. And like Adam
But
Neely.
he's got a whole channel he watches just memes with music.
Oh yeah, Charles Cornell.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of someone else where you're talking. He plays the piano and people are talking.
He like piano dubs like memes and stuff.
And he plays such as
hilarious.
no avocados.
Yeah. It's like playing it on piano. Like
that teacher had a freak out during that thing.
It's hilarious.
I needed to play that Scott Kramer video.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay. I thought I missed a comment, but Daniel Thrasher.
No,
you know who that is?
No, Charles Cornell is the
guy
who does the piano dubs.
Okay, because he just,
stuff.
I didn't know if he was thinking that that's who we were talking about or not, because I don't know Daniel Thrasher. Do you know that name?
No, but he's probably one of the other like popular music channels I just don't know about.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what, we're going to go ahead and start this last slower song, because I do know it's slower paced. So I don't know how long it lasts, 4 minutes and 44 seconds. So I'm gonna hit the volume button. We're gonna be at volume 32. I don't know if that means anything to y'all, but All That Matters featuring Casey Williams and by Jeff Williams with somebody, I don't know. And this is going to be a song with her having parts and her. It's going to go back and forth.
Yeah. All the chords are like really cool in all the songs. It's just like the same type, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's like how your mom plays. Let's be real. She does the same song over and over.
Yeah, she kind of does. She kind of does.
Gosh, I hope she isn't home. I got the door open.
Never thought that you would stay forever.
And I'm just going to throw this out there. A lot of people shipped into.
Yeah. Well, there's the 3/4 time I was talking about.
Huh. Well, there you go. He's getting a new time signature.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been drinking a cup of water the whole time, if y'all ain't noticed.
The look that makes me
Oh, it's Yang to Blake the whole song, they tell me.
Which
means her to her.
You found your heart to pin down. I never know if you'll come through. Then you appear. Together we're here.
We're gonna go down a notch on the music, by the way, y'all. I'm sorry.
That's all that matters somehow.
Because I hate to tell y'all, we are here and we hear it really loud.
Yeah.
Thought that I could pull you from the shadows.
It's a good line if you know the show.
Maybe help you find your wings and fly. But you're a path no longer that I travel. The more I'm just defeated, my past mistakes repeated. I'll risk it once again to have you near my side. Another chance to let you just destroy my pride. You're lost, you're found, you're hard to pin down. I never know if you'll come through. Then you appear, together we're here, and that's all that matters somehow. I feel like I'm running out.
Yes, I was wrong on that. I'll say that later.
You just take everything in stride. The way I feel to you is no big deal. Sad, but it's true. And the one thing I can count on.
He likes using the chord a lot.
Count on.
It's pretty good. Like, I can tell in the parts that repeat, he likes to go to different chords and makes things unexpected.
I
It's
didn't
nice.
expect that guitar. I thought it was going to be piano the whole time.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, some people get into just their flow of type stuff.
Yeah.
And when they get familiar with something, they stick with it. What did I say? Your mom, she sticks with one type of music. Oh, there she is. That works out pretty good, y'all. I think the wife is about to be home and come through the door, so she's going to be here listening to us talk about this final song. So,
Yep.
but, you know, we're at the chorus anyway. It's the end of the song. See? So, a few more seconds. We'll let it play out, though. I do not like the flicker in the TV, though. I need to figure out a way to get rid of that. It's not on our end, but I see it in the, you know.
Yeah.
And I know there's a way to get rid of it. And now I'm just going to turn this down because we're fading And no, I do not want to continue watching. What we'll do is actually just turn it off altogether because yes, but yeah, a lot of people actually ship them too. So, but that's cool either way. But for me, I ship Blake with Sun. Sorry, y'all, but I do. Because they seem more canon than anything else. So yeah. Either way though, but I think the comments are up here. And he did hear that there was a different time signature, like he was saying earlier. But like he did say, Jeff likes to go back to a same chord as well. And that's why I was kind of like, okay, once somebody's familiar with something and that's what they like, though, I was comparing, his mom's music because his mom has kind of a set style. She doesn't kind of differ from that. So,
Yeah.
even if, I mean, y'all have heard her do a couple one cover, I think. Well, she also has a playlist on this channel, I should say that, where she has a few of her songs on there, and yes, they are Christian songs, fair warning. So if you do find her playlist, they're usually in the description of every video. You'll see what I mean by she has kind of a familiarity to each and every one of her songs. I've got like 4 others that I need to post on here too, but I'm kind of like, I need to do that, a little bit later on. But, yes, and Cameron, I do know, yes, it's going to go back and forth. I thought they were going to go back and forth to each other, but I was clearly wrong on that. Pink Princess, who is your favorite character from RWBY? And I have no idea on a favorite song. I have zero clue on that because I've said it time and time. I feel like I'm repeating myself so much, or at least I feel like I'm repeating myself in y'all's eyes. But I'm not a music person, which is weird. That I've married someone who is a musical person, but I'm not a music person, so I don't really have a favorite song per se. I might have a favorite intro, which is probably last season's or last volume, but favorite character, I guess, kind of be Blake because she is based off of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So yeah, a little country vibe in there. Pink Princess, a little bit. Starcraft, yes, but not everyone. I'm presuming you're meaning that the whole shipping thing that I was talking about. Pink Princess. I do love country. Cameron, no shame though. I'm pretty sure all of us thought it was back and forth thanks to the thumbnail. Yeah, the thumbnail was a little deceiving. But okay, so now that I caught up on the comments and we're good to go on that, jumping into the song, any thoughts? Because I do know you're probably getting like, oh my gosh, he could talk forever. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yes, he's kind of seeing how I do things now behind the scenes of this channel, and it's not really much to it other than just sitting in front of the camera talking to y'all.
Yeah.
But any thoughts?
Yeah.
On that last song?
Nice change of pace. It went from rock to waltz, which waltz is like 3/4 usually. So it's like
okay. So there's an actual term for it. Besides, granted, I just thought waltz is more of a genre, not a style of music.
Well, not every 3/4 song is a waltz, but like a lot of songs use 3/4 as a waltz. So
see, I'm glad whenever you're here, you don't think I'm interrupting you.
No,
but your mom does. I'm just throwing that out there too. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, waltz.
Yeah, and a waltz is meant to be like a dance, so it's kind of like a
step.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. I don't have my feet to show.
Right. So like waltzes are like meant to be, things that have like, you can put a lot of feeling behind a waltz, you can put a lot of meaning behind it, and it still has like a happy undertone, and I think that's what this song was doing. So yeah, it was a nice change of pace. But yeah, I enjoyed the song. It was pretty good. I noticed that like he still managed to use chords that were like original and like fit the mood of the piece really well.
Okay.
And so yeah, sometimes
of course he doesn't know the backstory or none of that, so he's just going based off of what he's hearing and seeing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, sometimes he would use like there's certain progressions that he really likes to do. Like I can tell that he uses some of the same chord progressions sometimes, because like he'll just keep moving the chords down, and like the notes will just slide into different chords, and he likes to do that a lot. But sometimes sometimes the chords would like be something like really different, and I kind of respected it. I was like, huh, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of different interesting styles. Like you said, though, you're more wanting. I don't know exactly what you're wanting. You're more wanting just various different styles. Like you want to see him go from classical to possibly jazz to disco to rock. You know, he does have quite a few variety. Like, you know, I think Volume 3 might have had a disco type song in there, but it might have been disco slash jazz. So that's kind of an odd slash fun mix.
Yeah.
It's more he he's got a set standard. You would definitely know his music to be him as opposed to like, oh, this is a very, very slow song.
Yeah.
It must be him. No, he's more of a guitar riff type of guy, for me at least. And, you know, I just rather have someone on here who knows what they're talking about. So, and I'm sure they like a change of pace of instead of Billy sitting here talking about something he doesn't know about, of someone actually being able to say time signature, chords, and this, and talking about maybe the progression, because I have no idea about any of the progressions on any of the songs. All I know is it slowed down and it picked up. That's all I know, terminology. So, let's see. Is there anything on here that they were saying? It's basically Yang talking about her desire to have a friendship with Blake, but has misgivings about being abandoned by her friend again. Yang definitely has serious abandonment issues because, of course, you know, her mother abandoned her as a young child, and then Ruby's mom, who was there, then died, and so she felt abandoned by her death, and then she had a friend who, you know, abandoned, or at least she felt like she abandoned her when she really just ran off back to her hometown, and she just has abandonment issues. So that's what the song was pretty much all about, is Yang saying, hey, look, you know, you're here. Stop running. I want you here with me. Quit. You're my friend. Some people see it as a shipping song. Some people, you know, but I like StarCraft's point of view of it's just a friendship song. Because, let's be honest, if everyone's watching, they can tell that Sun and Blake obviously have a thing going. So, but that's just me. I don't want to knock anybody's ship. So, StarCraft, Pink Princess, Volume 5, Chapter 8. That's StarCraft is telling you his favorite episode is Volume 5, Chapter 8, which I've got to go back and check that out. I keep mispronouncing his name. Sagakai, that was it. It's what's called chaotic movement. Is that what's called chaotic? Okay, yeah. I guess it would be called chaotic movement. Got this progression way up here, and then it dips down, and I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's called chaotic movement.
I have no idea. Oh, you actually know what he's talking about?
No,
It sounds horrible the way I just said that, by the way. I'm not saying that I have no idea what he's talking about, but
No, yeah. I've never heard the term chaotic movement before. That probably is a music term though. I just don't know what it means.
Sagakai, I don't know. I'm just repeating what music people said at Sirs and Madams.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was like, I don't know.
That's probably
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's probably an actual music term, and I just don't know it.
Oh, that would have made a good thumbnail. I see the 5-second delay in it, and it just really showed me doing this.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah. Here I go again.
Yeah.
I hate the delay, but I love it at the same time. But yeah, LOL. StarCraft. That's a more straightforward melody, not that much chaoticism or
chromaticism.
There you go. You know words. I don't.
Yeah,
I just know big words. I don't know how they're pronounced.
I think chromaticism is like when you use chords that you're borrowing from like different keys, and it like, you know, like for instance, you can have a song that has a lot of chromaticism that like switches keys a lot, like what we heard earlier. You can have chords that like don't fit the key, but also like have notes that are in the key but transition to a new key. So you're like borrowing tones from different keys. And so, like applied chords, stuff that's like switches to different keys and stuff, that's like all chromaticism, and like that's pretty much what that means.
Oh.
So
I don't know.
yeah.
I'll go with chaotic.
Chaoticism. That'll work.
Pink Princess, that probably does what happened in that episode, just assuming I didn't watch that episode. Okay. Sorry, something happened and I need to. Okay, that's cool, Alex. By all means, you probably already left, but you know what? I'm gonna say bye to you anyway, because I know whatever time it is now, it's probably like 12 o'clock over there. I don't know. It's 6 hours ahead, so it's like 11:30 over there where you are. So whatever happened, dude, take care of that. It's like late at night over there. Everything okay? Question mark. Goodbye, everyone, and I hope you all have a nice day. And I'm really sorry for that mistake. Bye. Okay. It's not yours, Alex. Okay. Yeah. And then he's like, LOL, chromatic. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's happening with Alex. Alexandix. I always mispronounce his name. But yeah. I'm sure everything's okay. Just something popped up or something, and he had to go. And it is like 11:30 at night where he is. So, believe it or not, I actually keep up with y'all fairly well, and I know about where he is in the world. And it's just pretty late at night over there. Maybe he just like fell asleep and he's like woke up or something. And he's like, oh, I gotta go. I don't know. I mean, it's late at night, so it is what it is.
I didn't realize that. I was looking in the chat, and I just realized that chaotic is actually a typo. So chaotic movement was supposed to be chromatic movement. So that makes a lot more sense.
That's what you're laughing at. Okay.
I was like, I really thought that was.
I thought you were laughing at me going like that, faking asleep.
No. I just really thought like chaotic movement was a music term, and I was like, I've
never heard of it, but
like, how have I never heard that before? I need to go back to college. Study harder. I guess
when
I
is your
didn't pay
break
attention.
over? January?
Yeah, it's over like January 11th, like 14th, somewhere in that range. Going back to USC and stuff.
Oh, I forgot what. I missed half of what you said, by the way. It's pretty much in January. Okay.
You asked me what time I get. Like I go back in January.
Oh, okay.
And I
sometime
said,
in January.
Yeah, 11th to 14th.
Oh, okay.
Sometime. Yeah.
I haven't seen StarCraft's favorite episodes yet. He's explaining chromaticism is basically implementing a lot of half steps in the song. Sagakai.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We should make chaotic movement a thing. Haha. I don't see no reason why not to.
I think
I could be on this side doing something, and then I could be on the higher side. You could be on the high side doing something, and we just be on. Oh, I'm pointing to a piano, by the way, if y'all didn't know. We got one side of the piano. You could be on there, and I could be on the low side, and we could just be playing the same notes, and it'd be just a chaotic movement, and we're progressing to the middle.
We could just like play different chords, like chords that don't even fit. You could just like play a bunch of random things and just, that would be chaotic movement. I think that could work.
Or it could just be like a church. It's just playing.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna start on that. But that's a whole nother matter. It's 5:22 in my time zone. We're on the same time zone as you, and Sagakai, same. StarCraft, RWBY in general is a chaotic movement already. Yes, it is, especially during some of the fight things. Pink Princess it's like a dance. Yeah, I could definitely see a lot of that. But StarCraft, bruh. Yeah, definitely chaotic as in itself and all together, and I could definitely tell he's ready to. He's not saying it out loud, but he's ready to get up and get out of this room. We usually spend a lot of time in this room as it is because we got the Wii here. Well, we got the PlayStation 4 and the Wii U over here. So literally the boys were all three here the other night, and they were playing, of all things, Wii U WarioWare.
Yeah, we were playing Game and Wario for the
Game and Wario
for the Wii U of all games.
So it's like, okay, if y'all want to be in here, be in here. Just don't kick my comics. That's all I cared about.
Yeah, it's hilarious because like the Game and Wario only has like 4 games on it, and one of them is trash. So like the other 3 multiplayer games on Game and Wario were just like those are the ones
Y'all were mainly playing the drawing one.
Yeah, we it's like the sketch one is like you have to team
Ouch.
up with another person and like it's basically charades, but well, Pictionary I think would be the better term for it. But like it's basically Pictionary, but you're teaming up with another person. So
Yeah,
trying to-
charades, but with pictures
Yeah.
that you draw.
Yes.
But yeah, this room is definitely spent a lot of time in, but I'm honestly trying to transition to the very end here so that me and him can get out of here. Plus, I'm wondering, I thought the wife was home. I heard car doors earlier. I'm wondering if she's mad at me somehow because this is how she is when she's mad. She just leaves. And I asked her before she left, is she mad at me for something I don't know that I did? Because we're guys. We don't know that we did stuff wrong, but we did something wrong that we didn't know about.
Yep.
So I got to figure this out because we've been on here for over 2 hours, y'all. Some of y'all are quite the troopers, and you stuck around for the whole 2 hours. And I feel bad for StarCraft whenever he does his little go through, and he waits to try to find out the timestamp of all the when the songs start. Because wow, that is a lot of going through, and that is a lot of dedication, dude. So. Way to go on your part. I don't know how you do it, but you are always on top of things. And it is just, thank you. That's all I can say. So, I guess so that I can go ahead and find my wife and see the 50 text messages that she has probably sent me, even though I told her what we're going to be probably doing once we're done, when, she leaves. I don't know. It sounds like I'm being horrible, but I'm not. But yeah, either way, it's fine. I don't really know how to end it because I never know how to end a live stream. I just kind of feel weird all the time whenever I do end a live stream. Because it's kind of like I want to get up and leave y'all, but I don't. It's one of those weird aspects where now I gotta leave him. He's just sitting here, and I gotta get up. And hey, there you go. Starcraft, you're welcome. And Sagakai, okay, man, take care. Yeah, see, that's what helps the most is when y'all say bye as well. Because it's like, yeah, okay, we got you. Get going. But Cameron, StarCraft, you have my respects. LOL, StarCraft. I still got to go back and see the first 3. And yeah, really, like I always say, y'all, I don't know how to react to music, and this is his first time even listening to the song in general anyway, so he's more listening and trying to catch the progression and the chord changes and all these different tempos and time signatures, which is a word that I've just recently started using at the end of this live stream. So he's not got much of a reaction because he's trying to listen for all that, so it's kind of, no reactions during the song. So it is what it is. So a couple more of these really fast. Yes, and the chaotic movement. I still got to go back and listen to the first 3 and the chaotic movements. Yep. We will end with the chaotic movements, and I don't know. I guess I'm just going to stand up and end it like I always do unless he has anything left to add in. If not, I'm just going to stand up anyway and let him add whatever he's going to add in. And that was a good catch, by the way.
Yeah, the laptop almost fell.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff right here. So, as I always end everything, did you have anything to add?
I think I'm gonna get up too. I think it's Mandalorian time.
Okay.
Me, so yeah.
No, you just stay right there. I'll just end it like this.
Okay.
That way you don't have to get up and all
I'll
that
just
stuff.
Look at the camera.
Oh, yeah. Y'all know the drill from here. Like I end it all the time. Hit the like, tickle to subscribe. Don't be texting and driving. And as Mr. Rogers always says, I like you as you are.